Everybody that comes from California has to make content about how much our food sucks. I don't ever want to hear somebody that created Taco Bell tell me about authentic Mexican food. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I told you this is my world, baby.
Yo, welcome to Mozzie's World. I'm Mozzie, by the way. Thank y'all for tuning in to the show. And a lot of y'all have been watching our content but haven't hit the subscribe button, according to Skrills. So we need to get those subs up. It's free. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any episodes in the future. Thank y'all for tuning in advance. And now, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, party people in the place to be. It's your boy M-A-Z. I am back with episode 120.
120.
Who would have thought?
Not me.
I'm
playing. I knew the whole time. Shit. Fuck you mean?
My dog Skrills. Southside.
Come on, man.
Southeast. What's up?
Hey, no more Southeast.
No?
But we're going to keep it.
That's right.
I'm deep South, bro.
That's right.
I'm deep state South, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Facts.
South.
You know what I'm saying? And then to the right of me, boy, do we have a resume here on this guest, dog. Where do we start?
I don't know, man. I kind of want to start early on, something called Cruise Reviews, but we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
Oh, shit, y'all remember that?
Come on, man. Yeah. Come on, listen.
We historians out here.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We won't talk about it too much if you don't want, but...
Nah, just surprised that people knew about it. I mean, if y'all want to say that I originated the podcast, I mean, it's cool, too. Yeah.
Hey, come on, man. That's what I remember.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. La Connecta himself, Daniel Mabry.
You got it right.
There we
Most
go.
people don't get it right.
Come on.
Daniel Mabry in the house. What's up?
What's up, fam?
Been a minute. Long time coming.
I've been wanting. I was always like, why haven't they invited me? I haven't made it yet. That's why I haven't been invited.
No, it's long overdue, man. How you been?
Good. Working.
Yeah. We see.
That's how you
we see. You know what I mean? You definitely been putting in, the work in the city, and I think it's about time you get the recognition you deserve, bro. Because you've really been putting in this groundwork for a long time, making the city look good, making really the state of Texas look good, if you ask me. You know what I mean? You definitely are the embodiment of, self-made success. And continuing that, success on and really moving forward and pushing the culture forward. So, you know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So let's start with in the beginning, man. For those who've been living under a rock and really don't know what's going on, because you've been moving around out here. Who is Daniel Mabry?
I'm just we call ourselves in Laredo Capalos. Capalos are like outcasts, people that don't get along with authority. And that's just our word for it.
Yeah.
Another word is vale verga. It's like just people that don't give an F. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I'm just a Capalo from Laredo that's trying to make it.
Yeah. Trying or did you?
Trying because there's levels of success.
Sure.
So just like they say, like there's different levels, right? So there's different steps that you got to take to get ultimately to where you want to be. So I always say I'm still trying to be successful because I don't feel like I've achieved the success that I want to, especially since I'm already getting up there in age and I started kind of late. So I'm like, I'm not where I want to be. So that's the reason that I have the work ethic that I do, because I'm running out of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's on the bucket list then? If you haven't made it yet, if you feel you haven't made it yet, what exactly is on that checklist for you to say?
Yeah, I feel
done.
Job
done.
So first, it was getting the respect for the brand, because we got downplayed a lot, being called like the Mexican brand. Like, oh, that's like that's the Mexican brand, and like we weren't cool or we weren't part of the culture because we represent for the majority of part our Mexican culture, which I call our border town culture. But what I also tell people, and this is like a selling pitch that I do to convenience store owners, is we represent the Texas culture, and it's a diverse culture in Texas, and that's what's so unique about Texas is that we all get along. Black, Asian, white, whatever. We all listen to our unique hip hop.
Right.
We listen to Texas hip hop, and we all get along. We all hang out together. There's no divisions in Texas, and there's so many beautiful parts of Texas culture that's not just hip hop or our hip hop culture. You also have the Mexican culture. Then you also have the cowboy culture, which you can't escape the cowboy culture. So, like I said, it's a mixing pot or a melting pot of diverse cultures that we represent with our brand. But for the most part, we would get downplayed a lot. Like, nah, y'all the Mexican brand, y'all the Mexican brand. And now all of a sudden, it's cool to be the Mexican brand. So I'm like, okay, cool. We went a whole full 360 from being looked down to now. Oh, okay, cool. Y'all the Mexican brand, yeah. All right. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
So,
go ahead, Chris.
where are you from, like originally? Because I assumed that you're from here, San Antonio. But where are you? Are you from here originally? Or are you
Well, because see, this is the thing with San Antonio. San Antonio has such a thing of where were you born, and if you weren't born here, you can't claim here.
There you go.
But I was
just talking about this.
Yeah, I wasn't born here, but I claim here because this is the city that gave me my opportunity at success. As much as I love Laredo, and I'm from Laredo, I'll never admit that I'm not from Laredo. The company's called La Conecta because the Conecta means the plug in Spanish.
Right.
So back when we were doing things in Chicago that we weren't supposed to be doing, everybody's like, "Yo, where you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Laredo." They're like, "Oh, you're the plug of La Conecta."
Yeah.
And that kind of just stuck to me. Yeah, born and raised in Laredo, and then I had a short stint in Pasadena and Houston, and then after that, it's just been San Antonio.
Yeah. So what were you doing? So when you reached in, Kano pulled up to San Antonio, what were you doing before you created La Conecta?
So believe it or not, and probably this is a million people that have the same story. I wanted to be a rapper.
Really?
I wanted to be a rapper. My rap name was Bum, Big Ugly Mexican. And I was
Wow.
Hold on, BUM?
BUM, Big Ugly
Come on,
Mexican.
dog. Freedom X, bro.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
sir.
Wow. Okay.
I gotta ask you a question about
Go
SPM
ahead, go
later,
ahead.
but don't worry about
No,
it.
no, go
We'll
ahead.
get to it later because we had this whole thing the other day about SPM, but we'll get to it.
Okay. So go ahead. So you wanted to rap?
So I wanted to be a rapper, and
Yeah.
I was heavily influenced by East Coast. So I like the Southern raps, but I was very into the wordplay. That's what fascinated me with hip
Sound
hop.
like me. Yeah.
Was the wordplay.
Yeah.
So my music was a lot different than my homeboys jamming SPM to death, and then everything screwed. So
Right.
back then it's either you're jamming SPM or you're jamming screw. When it was
Facts.
hip hop kids from Laredo, so it's either or you don't listen to hip hop and you listen to corridos, right?
Right.
Which it took me a while to get into the corridos because I love hip hop.
Right.
That was my thing, but it was heavy East Coast influence, and I thought I was pretty good because I didn't sound like anybody else. I didn't sound like the Poco Pero Loco flows, like the mija.
Right.
I was like, hell nah, because that's why I didn't like SPM. And shout out to SPM, but I didn't like his flow. I thought it was too simple.
Gotcha.
So I couldn't get into it. And I did that for a while. And everybody that I've known in Laredo, like they were all mostly into drugs. You know what I'm saying? So it was very, very drug culture out down there. It's like that saying, if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, right?
Yeah.
So, we were with my homeboy Tragedy. He took me under his wing. He's one of my OGs, man. And it was just, we were actually living out like a lot of these rappers, like stories that they talk about and don't actually live it.
Right.
So yeah, it was a crazy ride, man. Now I'm surprised that I even made it this far because, yeah, we got into some crazy moments trying to be rappers in Laredo, fam. Like,
Yeah. I'm sure it was kind of wild outside at that time too.
oh yeah, man, like shootouts, fights, brawls. Like, put it like this: we were like 8 Mile with guns.
Yeah.
Do you remember like the moment where you kind of had to pivot? You know,
Right.
to get out of that situation.
Around 23, I was like, man, it's probably not gonna work out because we're from Laredo. I had no connections. I didn't know how to move forward in that avenue or in that space. So then we started promoting shows. So like one of the first shows that I did, I got Little Flip,
Nice.
like in 2010.
Nice.
And then even at that point, I couldn't believe that I got him for the price that I got him. So then we started doing concert events, and after that, I started getting into the stuff that we get to in Laredo, and I was in Chicago and I was doing other things that I shouldn't have been doing, and then I decided to try to change my life before it was too late.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. So that was definitely one of the moments. And then is that where the deciding factor where how did Lock Connected really come into effect?
so it was a while. Like I said, like I had to go through a lot of trial and errors because after hip hop, I was lost. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know what to do.
I feel that.
And the easiest thing to do was get into that type of business. And I was very fortunate that everybody that I've ever known have had some level of success in their particular fields. So one of my homeboys, I won't say his name, right, but he took me under his wing and he gave me a top spot right away where I wasn't like nickel and diamond or starting from the bottom.
For sure.
And basically it was management. So a lot of the things that I see is like a lot of movies, obviously you gotta come up with these wild scenarios and wild stories about how actually that type of lifestyle is. But no, it's a business. Come with the money, take the product. Now, yeah, there's sometimes people are gonna mess around,
Sure.
but for the most part, it's actually business, man. It gets handled with respect, and there's really not many times or instances where there's actual issues where, like in the movies, where you're seeing shootouts and all this. And like I said, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's handled like business, and I try to get out of that. And once I did get out of that, I ended up in San Antonio, what I call call center city.
You ain't lying. You're not lying for sure.
Yeah, but I met this during the call center stuff. I was trying to do shows out here in San Antonio. I was like, what else could I do? Because I miss hip hop, and I started doing I did this thing called Battle of the Alamo. It was like a rap battle.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's pretty dope. A lot of people showed up.
Squirrels do it like was that
I
Core?
feel like it was Core. Maybe I saw that.
Familiar with Core the MC?
Core DMC.
I remember him, but I don't think he showed up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think he showed up. If I'm gonna say, he's like a white guy, right? Like a little
White
skinny dude.
complected.
Yeah, white complected. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think he tried to run off on me on some money stuff.
Yikes.
He got a lot.
Wow.
But so,
I ain't gonna hold you. It
But,
sounds like
Yeah, I was gonna say.
but
respectfully.
Yeah.
So I started doing those shows, and then some guy reached out to me called Tuan Rodriguez. Or wait, Gonzalez. Tuan Gonzalez reached out to me. So he was like, "Hey man, I see that you're doing a lot of promo for TDK and stuff. What if you think about doing that for my brand?" I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, dog, I'll pay you," and blah 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 blah. I was like, "All right, cool." Which I never got paid, right? So then we started doing events like car shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And homeboy was never coming through with paying me. So I said, "Hey fam, like what's going on, dog? I can't be doing this and you're not paying me, dog." He's like, "Well, look, I'm going through a tough time right now. I just lost my store at the mall. The store where we're currently at is not doing good. So why don't you do this, fam? Pick any merchandise that you want. You sell it and you keep 100% of the profits." Right? So he was looking also to see what he could give me. And he stumbled across some air fresheners that he had custom made. It was 4 air fresheners. And he said, "You know what? I haven't been able to do nothing with these. Here, take these." So he thought he was throwing trash, you know what I'm saying? Like getting rid of some trash by giving it to me. So at the next car show that we went to, because it came hand in hand with what I used to do is just sell CDs, right? I was like, hey, putting in people's hands and the gift to gab and be able to talk to people. So I started making more money selling air fresheners than he was selling T-shirts. So then I was telling him, I'm like, "Hey, I think this could be like our Shark Tank product, fam. What do you think?" He's like, nah, right now I'm focused on opening the new spot that I'm gonna get it at the mall in downtown. What's the mall called downtown?
River Center?
River Center Mall. I was like, all right, cool. So if you don't want to do nothing with the air freshener, I think it's a good idea. Do you mind passing me the plug so I can get prices and start making my own? Oh man, I'll let you know. I'll let you know, right? And that's the same person that we're doing cruising reviews with.
Right. And I was
So-
about to get into it at the time. So when that was going on, y'all were still doing cruising reviews at this time, right? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, we were doing cruising reviews, and which cruising reviews was crazy. Like
I remember.
like the viewership that we were getting for the like to get 15,000, 20,000 people to watch you at that time was crazy, and that we were holding the audience attention. So we started having issues with that as well with the cruising reviews, but one of the major things was like that he was trying to hold out on the plug for the air fresheners, and then we had a falling out over crews and reviews, and that was it. So again, like I had to pivot, and I was there at the call center and call centers and just killing time, and I was like, you know what? Let me try to look where I could get manufacturing for air fresheners. So I just Googled it, and I started going through pages and pages and pages, and I ordered my first batch of air fresheners, and after that, it was game over.
And then when was the moment that you knew you had the opportunity to quit your day job?
Oh man, it was probably 2 years after that, or a year and a half after that, because I was only doing it as a side hustle.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Only a year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah, probably less than that. Probably like a year and a half, year and some change.
Sheesh.
Because everything at that time, everything that I was putting out that had to do with air fresheners, people were just like eating it up. They hadn't seen nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I was selling them everywhere. Marketplace. I can't remember the other app that I had on the phone, but all the apps that had to do with sales, I was on there and I was dropping off $50 with the air fresheners, and I was bootlegging Selena and everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they were selling like crazy. But I remember one particular day, I went to work at a call center, and they were getting after me because I was taking too long in the restroom, and I was like, wait a minute, what? So obviously I had to quit right. I had to let the person know how I felt.
Yeah.
And I quit. And I had gone earlier that morning to a corner store with my now friend, man, I can't think of Bandera. Right? I call him Bandera. Mm-hmm. And I had been wanting or inquiring about how to get my air fresheners in the store. And he's like, hey, you got to come back and talk to the owner. I'm like, all right, cool. So I had done that already like 4 or 5 times. And to the one point, I said, you know what? I think you're the owner. So if you don't like my product, why don't you just tell me? And then we got into it right there. And then ended up he was the owner. So he called me the next day after we got into it. He's like, all right, I'll buy 200.
Yeah.
So when I quit, it was the morning that me and him, that he had told me he wanted 200 air fresheners.
Wow.
So I told my girl, I'm like, hey, I quit my job. What do you feel about it? She's like, as long as you're able to pay the bills with what you're doing, I don't care.
Yeah.
So after that, my goal was to hit $150 a day with air fresheners. I was like, well, if I do 150, I think I'll be all right. But no, man, we were doing $300 a day. I remember one time I got a $500 check from a store, and I didn't know anything about like legitimate business. So I ran to the check cash place trying to cash it because I'm like, oh, what if they're trying to get one over on me?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was dope moments like that. But yeah, no, I knew I had something right away.
That's what's up. That's hard.
So
Go ahead,
my bad. So one of the things I think that's dope about your product is that the cultural themes, right?
Yes.
So like, how do you decide like what cultural themes to incorporate into the designs? Because that shit seems like, I think you have a whole team of people in the back.
I wish that was the case,
right?
bro.
But them shit is fire, bro. Like
They are.
and a lot of those sayings are shit that like I heard my brother say, my cousin say.
Yeah.
So like, what goes into picking and making those actual products?
So I always tell people this, and especially in white America, even when you mess up in white America, they tell you, come on now, be smart, right? So, have you ever seen?
Yeah.
Right? What do we tell our kids, right? What do we tell Mexican kids? No seas pendejo, right? So all of these, instead of saying, hey, man, you came up with an ingenious idea or that's a great product, the what you get from your family members or your friends are like, dejate pendejadas, right? So all these pendejadas are shit that I come up with. It's just my pendejadas, my dumb ideas that I put onto these air fresheners. Like I had this idea to reach out to Alan Hernandez, may he rest in peace. He's the guy that created the murals for the Blood In, Blood Out movie. And he was from San Antonio. And I hit him up. And at that time, I didn't have money to offer anybody. But I said, hey, look, I'll give you $500 signing bonus. And I'll give you 20% of sales from the air fresheners that have your artwork. And he took it. And I was like, all right, cool. So we were rocking and rolling. I had a unique product that nobody else could sell with artwork from a movie that's beloved.
Right.
And then I started putting my own twist in my own original items or designs, which was sayings that I had been saying from Laredo, like me la pelan, Don Vergas,
Right.
stuff like that. And it caught on. I didn't think so because it was from like the border town. So I was like, I don't think nobody else outside of Laredo knows what this means or what I'm saying. And no, like San Antonio ate it up.
Yeah.
San Antonio ate it up, and I was like, oh, okay. I think this does have a lot of potential. And then when we started getting knocked off, when I knew, I'm like, oh man, I'm at this early stage and I'm getting knocked off. Man.
Right.
I'm like, whoa.
And that's what I wanted to bring up too, because I remember that was a big deal. I remember you posted about it on the book, and there was definitely a back and forth between you and the other brand. And I was like, oh yeah, no, it's a big deal. And I've always said that even in music, when people bootleg certain artists, it's like, oh no, it's because you're popping and people are anticipating what you got going on. But I think it's kind of different when it comes to business. It's the fact that you have a product that's moving, and then people are like, oh, well, let me jump on this idea and then run with it. You know what I mean?
Well, to me, it wouldn't be such a problem if it was different designs.
Sure.
But when
the homie mimicked your exact...
You're doing the exact same thing with the exact same designs now. So I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Like,
right.
Now we got a problem. And I'm... At that point, and even at this point, I still on the pull-up mentality where I'm going to pull up on you. Right now, it's wrong, right?
Sure.
I'm already at I know better.
You should know better, right?
I know better.
Yeah.
But it's hard not to, when you have a passion and you created something and it's your livelihood and it's your legacy.
Right.
Oh, nah.
And it means everything to you.
Yeah, that's my baby. I mean? That's like my son. I'll go out on my shield.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I'll go out on my shield for what's mine.
Right.
So like talking about, like, that's why I disrespect this man every chance I get, and I call him Twan. Cause this is how serious and how you got to make sure how you maneuver. There was this other guy, right?
I just got it, by the way. That's fucking
yeah,
funny,
that's
bro.
why. Yeah, the first time he said it, I was like, yo, I had to cover my face, like, yo.
Oh, you got it before me. But,
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was like, I had just met with 7-Eleven, right?
Yeah.
So on some like gangster drug lord shit, right? I had been going to all the 7-Elevens, and all the 7-Elevens were getting my product, and then the president of the Franchise Owners Association, which is the head of all of the franchisees in San Antonio, ends up calling me like, hey, I heard you're selling products to our stores. I want to meet you. I was like, all right, cool. All right, well, this was going to happen, man. I'm going to book you to present in front of all of us so you don't have to go store to store anymore. Just letting you know that if you start getting our accounts, we don't want to hear no stories about you don't have products or you're not showing up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like a drug dealer stuff. Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that you can't like bring me the product when we start buying from you direct.
And you
whatever.
like, bro, come on, dog.
No, I was lying through my teeth. I was like, nah, man, you don't have no worries about production. I got it all covered. I was lying through my teeth. I was struggling to keep up with the production of the product or keep up with the inventory because we were doing so good. And the more we were growing, obviously being a small business, you need more funds, you need more funding.
For sure.
So at that time, this store from the mall, one of the owners is like, I got a guy that wants to meet you. And the guy's like, hey man, I love your product. What if I come in and we become partners? I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, well, look, since you don't have any like banking information or W-2s or whatever, like that can show me how your business is doing, I have to take your word for it. Mm-hmm. And since I'm taking you at word value, I'm willing to give you $20,000 to get this going, to get started. I'll form the LLC, do this, do that. Wow. At the time, I was like, all right, cool. Well, ain't nobody else was offering me money, and I couldn't go to a bank. You know what I'm saying? I have bad credit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah,
So I was like, all right, cool. I took it. We were supposed to be 50-50 partners. So I took that fund to be able to fund all the orders from 7-Eleven. Then I find out that this guy is the number one bootlegger in the country. Like FBI, all kinds of stuff. Like, and he so happens to be friends with Twan.
Wow.
So Twan ends up finding out that me and him are doing business. And he's telling him like, hey, you don't need Danny, dog. Like, you got me. You know what I'm saying? Everything Danny could do, I could do it, fam.
Yeah.
So he calls me and he tells me, he's like, hey, you know this guy? I'm like, who, Twan? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, no, man, you don't want to know what he said about you. So
shit.
I was like, all right, so he's trying to hate, he's trying to block for no reason. I was like, all right, cool. And so same thing. I just can't I couldn't remember what his house was exactly. So I was going around the neighborhood where I knew he was at, but I couldn't find the house. You know what I'm saying? So
damn.
So I ended up calling him and giving him a piece of my mind. And but yeah, like that guy basically gave me the $20,000 to find out my manufacturing, my ideas, my everything, and then went and created a whole other company exactly like mine, with Twan's designs, with all the designs that Twan already had. And so I was like, you went like beyond deep on trying to screw me. So yeah, so I like there's plenty of times that I try to run up on him, and good thing that I didn't, or I never was able to find him.
Yeah, maybe that was a good thing.
But that's how crazy this game is. So if you thought like the drug business is bad, or if you think the music business is bad, right? The corporate is more cutthroat than any other business. The corporate world is more cutthroat. But I never panicked because I knew what they had. They didn't have nothing. They didn't know, like they didn't understand the culture. They just thought I was having images from the internet and throwing them on stuff. Like I'm like, that's not what I do. So once I found out that they didn't understand what I was bringing to the table, I'm like, that company's gonna fail. Right. And it did. Eventually he got ran out of the city by another guy that he tried to screw over out of some money, and that dude's been running ever since.
Yeah. Damn. Man, listen, people, you're never gonna karma's always gonna get you. No matter what. If you try to do good business or bad business, if you're trying to screw people over, karma bites you in the ass, and then now you got to move to a whole different city. So
people, no, that's a fact.
Just keep that in mind. The more you know. Straight up.
So let me ask you this real quick, man. Before we get off that, like, you talked about the authenticity. Right.
Yeah, I got you.
Appreciate you, dog.
Yes, sir.
There was something that, or rather, I thought of one particular thing as I saw your designs, and it gave me the impression that like this shit is deeply rooted in someone's understanding of, like you said, the culture, the border culture, the like you can't make that shit up. You're making up the product, but you can't make up the story behind it. So my question to you is like, how important is that in someone creating a viable product, right? Does it have to be authentic? Can they fake the funk? Like, what would be your thoughts on that?
It's only going to work if it's authentic and if it's who you are. That's in any aspect of any type of business that you're in, whether it's music, food. It's like I tell the business owners when I was running into the bootleg issue. I said, look, what's your favorite food? Obviously, they're gonna say Indian food, right? I'm like, you think I can make Indian food better than you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The same thing.
Makes sense.
You can't do what I do better than me because you're not part of this culture. You know what I'm saying? You're not you're not of this culture. You might look at it, you might like it, you might rock with it, but you can't create that. It's not in you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to be 100% authentic. So that's why I think like people like Eminem succeeded, because he knew who his key demo were bullied white kids from the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? So all the ghetto white kids were looking at him like Superman. Like,
absolutely,
we finally got a voice for the trailer park. Same thing with SPM. For the longest time, all we had was representation in hip hop through Californian Mexicans or rappers like Kid Frost. Nobody in Texas that's Mexican talks like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's hard to vibe to something that's not us.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that rock with the Cali way, like the wanna be cholos that dress like the Cali, and it's okay if you admire it, but you're not authentic to you, because that's not how we dress in Texas. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even San Antonio to Houston, you're talking about different cultures.
Absolutely.
And Houston and Dallas, you know what I'm saying? They got different ways, they got different haircuts, and that's all within Texas. So like I said, if you're going to build anything, it has to be authentic, it has to be original, it has to be who you are, because you cannot sell something to anybody if it's not who you are, if it doesn't represent you to the fullest. That's why when you see our products, you know that that's somebody from the culture. You know that's somebody that's Mexican or from hip hop or from rap or from Texas.
Right.
So yeah, you have to be authentic, no matter how hard it is. Because if you think, well, this guy is succeeding like this, I'm gonna copy that. No, you can't. You won't succeed. You'll fail.
Right.
So
Word. Hell yeah.
Dope way of putting that. So how do you see the brand evolving within the next couple of years?
man, it's weird because now we have two different businesses. So we have La Conecta, which again, I haven't hit my goal. We're not in the Walmarts. We're not in the AutoZones. We're not in every big retail store that we can be. We're still primarily a Texas brand. So there's nothing wrong with it. HEBs, look how successful they are. Bill Miller.
They in Forbes every year.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with just being a Texas brand, but we're still not where we need to be with La Conecta, and we hope that more doors open and we get more accounts and we get more business and we get big box retail. And then on the other side, it's also growing. It's called La Conecta Media Group. What we do is we cater to artist needs when it comes to merchandise for touring or for anything that has to do with merch, whether it could be tour merch, album release merch, whatever the case may be. Our first artist that we signed was that Mexican OT.
Yeah.
And all this was like basically like just an accident. It was nothing intentional. We were just reaching out to do a collab air freshener, and then I noticed that they didn't have merchandise.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I think I could do it. Now, I just said I think, but I know I could do it? No, but you can't.
You never know until you try, right?
You can't miss opportunities.
Absolutely.
It's like the Wayne Gretzky quote. I can't think about it right now. You can't.
You miss every shot you don't take.
Miss every shot you don't take. Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta take advantage of the opportunity once it's there.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out later. Can you do the merch? Yeah, hell yeah. Have you done tours before? Psh, this is my fifth one.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So now, so that was the first artist that I signed, and it was a very successful tour, man. We generated over $1 million in sales.
Nice.
Just off of that tour, and because of that success, I started signing comedians, and I started getting more artists like Paul Wall, Chingo Bling, R&B Faux Mob, and we hope to grow that aspect too, where we start getting the stadium acts too, man. Like hopefully like Metallica or like a Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
And then that's a different stratosphere of success. But like I said, we haven't attained the success that I want yet. But that's why like I work as hard as I do, because I want to reach it in my time. I don't want it to like, oh, my kids were able to take it further. You know what I mean? No, I want to get to the very tip top. And then, okay, cool. Who's gonna buy me out?
And that's always a dope goal to have. Like, would you sell it to your kids, or would you just give it to them in the
Nah, I'm gonna sell it. I ain't gonna give it to them because what if they mess it up? You know what I'm saying? Look at.
No, I get it. I get it.
All great men that have been great
Yeah.
at something. It's very hard for their seed to attain that greatness. It's very, very difficult. It's very rare that it happens.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jordan's son. Do you even know his name? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, I do.
Me too. What's his name?
Mine. It's my name.
So yeah, no,
but you know what's funny? It's a good thing he pivot though. I think once he realized that basketball wasn't the future for him, he was like, okay, cool. Well, my dad is Michael Jordan, one of the greatest of all time. Arguably, if he is, he is the greatest of all time, right? So why not get with Nike, get an account, make a store called Trophy Room, and sell his shoes?
Shit. I would just be getting autograph rookie cards for my dad nonstop.
You know what I mean?
Set.
And putting them in stores and selling them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? For sure. So yeah, that was dope, man. And the fact that's another question too that I have for you. You stand on the road, like, what's that mentality of like just being on the road for X amount of days, then coming home, make sure the family's straight, and being back on the road again? Like, talk about that state of mentality that you have to be in.
It's
in order to,
like a glorified truck driver, pretty much.
really.
But since before we started doing the tour stuff, like we were on the road just with La Conecta, going from Dallas to Houston to Austin. So this is our base. San Antonio is our base because I think we're in the central of everything. Like we're in the
Right.
center of everything, right? Which it might not be, but to us, like we feel we're not that far from Dallas. We're not that far from Houston. Austin's in our backyard. So it's the place that we could get to everywhere. as many places as we can at once. But I really like the road though. Like my
Yeah.
favorite thing to do is drive and listen to music. I drink my Red Bull, I get in my car, I listen to my music, and that's it. I don't want nobody to call me while I'm driving, fam. But I'm jamming, fam. I'm
Oh,
jamming.
you too? You like that
Yeah,
too?
that's my favorite thing to do, fam. Just be
Yeah.
jamming music, and before you know it, I'm where I need to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been an experience because I took my kids with me on tour. My like literally, I took my daughter, I took my girl with me, I took my sons with me, and it was such a dope moment to be able to do something with my kids. It's memorable,
Right.
Because can you imagine if my dad said, "Yo, we're gonna go on tour with Tupac"? I would
Oh, I know, you would have lost your mind.
I would have been like, "What?"
Right.
So
when do we leave now?
Yeah.
I'll go pack my stuff right now.
and I get paid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was telling my kids, I'm like, I don't know if you understand the once in a lifetime opportunity you've been handed to you because people work all their life to be able to travel the country. You know what I'm
sure.
saying? So
Yeah.
you save up, and we're doing this and getting paid to do it. And we're having fun while we're doing it. And I can tell people, as hard as I work, fam, I have such a good time. And I tell everybody that I feel like my life is like a TV show, or that we are in a simulation and this is a TV show, because there's no way that some of the things that I do is actually reality.
Right.
We were just playing around at the Houston Texans field, like in the field, in the stadium. Mr. Mabry, go ahead, come in with hands down one of the biggest hip hop artists at the time, right? And we're just there like kids, tossing the ball around, taking pictures, having fun.
Yeah.
Then we're in doing a shoot at a wrestling ring at a WWE facility or training facility. So I'm like, how is this like? How is this? Because I was a big wrestling kid. Now that I'm
Right.
grown, I get to play around. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like that. It was like that thing in Step Brothers, when they're like, you know what's better than I get the
I know what you're thinking. I know the scene. Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's better. It's better. We have them when we're 30.
yeah. So it's better now at 40 that we're able to do this fun.
Look at this man about to get spiked.
Yeah.
Shout out Zilla, man.
And
AOT, look, yo, that's a hard picture.
Scylla is such a humble guy, fam. He walked up to everybody, and
Yeah.
this is how you could tell people, like he was very humble. Walked up to everybody, said, "Hey, my name's Scylla. My name's Scylla." Walked up to everybody. We were, like, I knew who he was. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But very, very humble guy. Oh, one of the cool things that happened that day, Eddie Guerrero's daughter was there.
Oh,
So
wow.
she's a photographer. And while we were leaving, I said, "Hey, man, y'all come to the truck, man. I'm gonna give y'all a bunch of stuff, man, for La Conecta."
Yeah.
She loved everything we have, and she's like, "Hey, what about a collab with my dad?"
Come on, bro.
I swear. So
Yo.
La Conecta Eddie Guerrero collab is coming.
Let me know.
I swear it's coming, fam.
Put the 2X to the side.
I got you.
I will pay whatever.
Man, I was like, collab? Psh, I'll do it right now.
Right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that was one of the coolest things ever. Like, to be able to do some type of merchandise for Eddie Guerrero. I'm with it.
Absolutely. Should I ask Daniel top 5 wrestlers of all time?
Yeah. that'd be
Well,
cool.
like, he's just a memorable wrestler, especially for us, man.
For the
Like,
culture, for sure.
For the Hispanics, man. Like,
Absolutely.
That was Eddie Guerrero, man. He was actually champion. He actually was in WrestleMania. Like, and I think he won in WrestleMania the championship.
Shit, that promo he did with who was it? Brock.
With Brock.
He said, "I need this shit." That's
So-
one of the illest promos I ever seen, bro.
Man, that's just like, so I was like, whoa, that's so dope. And so
Yeah.
like, I'll tell you, it's life right now is just unreal. And it's just everything that's happening, and it's been like that for a minute, fam. And that's why I call every year season. Like, so we're in season 7, and in every season we have villains and we have bad guys and stuff. So
That's hard.
Hey, bro, we might steal that from you, bro.
You feel me?
like, I literally want to pitch to Hulu an idea based on everything that we've gone through, because I think it would be the most fire. It would be like the Mexican Dave, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Have you've seen that
Yeah,
show?
yeah, I've seen that show. Yeah,
But
for sure.
that's how it is. Like when my life, like, one day we were in Houston doing a show with OT, and I hear boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what the hell was that? It was the Boom guys. You know the Costco guys that go boom, boom, boom. No, you ever see them? So I was tripping because I've been seeing these dudes on TikTok, right? Then I go upstairs, right? I'm walking down the hallway, and who's passing me by? Johnny Dang. just eating bananas, like just
Yo, that's just
Hold on, I
random.
gotta ask, bro. He had a grill on or not? Because
Eating a banana with a
no,
grill on
yeah.
is crazy.
You know what? He did have a grill, and he had the biggest chain ever.
Yeah,
but
I
like
believe
we just passing by each other like this is normal. Like,
Yeah.
just like so he had a whole pack of like a 6-pack of bananas. And I was like, that's the most awkward meeting I've ever had. Just passing by and he's just eating bananas.
That's hilarious.
And I've had so many moments like that when I met Action Bronson.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just crazy, fam. So it's very, very dope, man.
So
my bad.
Spurs.
I was real quick. What do you think? I mean, that's dope to hear, bro. But what do you think, if you could even answer this, would you attribute to this success, man? Like, not a specific moment, man. But if I had to guess, man, I just think you're authentic, bro. And
Right.
at the end of the day, authentic people win. But if you had
Facts.
to say, what's a reason why you live in this life right now, man?
Because of the hard life I lived, I think that's what it was, man. Because me and God been at it, fam. Because I had a rough upbringing, poor. I'm talking about they should have sent me 5 cents poor. You know what I mean? The 10 cents a day.
Damn. In the
damn.
arms of an angel?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They should have put me in that commercial, fam. Because I mean, we were roughing it out. Like I grew up in Mexico with my grandma.
I feel
Like,
that.
yeah. So I think all that I went through, and then my middle name is Emmanuel, and that means God's with you or God walks with you. And no matter what bad situation I was in, I always ended up on the other side okay. But I don't know, man. I feel like after all that, like suffering and everything that I went through, like it was just old now. I'm like, hey man, I survived already, dog. Like, all right, cool, chill. All right, let me make it now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna sound funny, right? But I always bring the story up to everybody that tells me this. So when I went in jail, right? I went in jail because I was moving illegal, aliens or whatever you want to call them, undocumented people, which is frowned upon and you shouldn't do it. But if you're from Laredo, it's an easy way to make money.
Sure.
Shout out to my uncle.
So
Oh shit.
I ended up getting caught, and when I was in jail, I was scared. I'd never been in jail. I've been maybe one day at the most, in drunk tank at the most, and
Sure.
then I'd heard horrible stories from the Webb County Jail. And I was like, well, I don't even know what to expect. Cool. So I was in there, and the voice of God came to me, right? And it's gonna, like I said, it's trippy. It's cool, but I'm gonna say, so it's just a light in the corner, and the voice saying, "Oh, like now you're trying to look for me." Yeah, because I had a Bible. It's like, oh, now you're trying to look for me, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I've been cool with you. Look, I pulled the Bible out, and I'm like, see, dog.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, nah, that's cool, like, right? He's like, where's the Santa Muerte at? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we was rocking with at the time, La Santa Muerte, right?
Right.
So where's she at? And blah blah blah. And so I was like, I made a promise. I'm like, look, if I get out of here, I promise I'll switch everything around or whatever. And he's like, don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Sure enough, the charges got dropped, everything, boom, I was out. I was in there for 3 months, but then I was out. So, and then that's when I had focused to come to San Antonio. And when I had the deal with 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
I was stressed out. I was like, I didn't know how I was going to get the funds. I didn't know how I was going to get the money. And the same thing happened. The same light at the edge in the corner. And he said, hey, let me backtrack a little bit. At that time, the way that I would fall asleep is I would put Ancient Aliens on, and I would watch those episodes until I would doze off.
Right.
So when he came, he brought it up. He's like, hey, like, why are you looking for answers somewhere else? Like, if you need any answers, you turn to me. And he said, as long as you do this, as long as you never watch another episode of Ancient Aliens, you will never need for nothing. Like, you'll never have to worry about finances,
sure.
money ever again. As long as you don't watch that show. That was it. That's the only thing that he asked of me, is not to watch that show. I have never watched that show. And I've been all right since then. So
By the grace of God, man.
that's
you know?
a long story to your question, but yeah.
Nah, that's dope though, man.
That's dope.
It's like it's God's plan, fam. And I know that those stories I said were real. There's no reason to fabricate them. And like I said, and if it was a
Figment.
figment of my imagination, then I still won't watch an episode of Ancient Aliens. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
That's dope.
That's dope. Damn, what better way to end that segment, right?
So I guess one other thing that I wanted to kind of ask here was I wanted you to just provide some perspective, man, because I think you rub shoulders with a lot of successful independent artists, and just wanted to get your perspective on independent artists. You know, what would you say is the main thing that separates like those that you see are successful right now, that you work with either directly or indirectly, and those here locally trying to make something happen? You don't have to be nice.
I was
I was gonna say,
I think
with your story, don't sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah,
because you are a walking testimony of really getting it out the mud and being where you're at right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to music, I feel it's luck, because some of the best rappers, it's just like basketball. Some of the best basketball players never got a deal.
Facts.
Some of the best basketball players never got rings. No matter how good, no matter how many years they played in the league. So I attribute it a lot to luck, being in the right places, being in the right circles, being around the right people. And now I say all that to say this: you have to have a crazy work ethic in order for you to be successful in anything. And then, like I said, then after that, it's also luck to get anywhere. Because if you ask me, for me to give you a direct blueprint on how I am here, I have no clue on how I am here. I have no clue on how it is that I do the things that I do. Like I said, we just wrapped up a deal with Sumis and shipped out shirts to Sumis. We're about to ship out shirts to Universal Records for the Reese's. We're wrapping up a deal with the Houston Texans. Now, if you ask me how that happened, is through hard work and then being at the right place at the right time around the right people. What happens with people that are successful is they don't try to gatekeep. So they have money, they want to see you make money. They want to see what they could do to help you make more money. What happens in the race to be successful, you start tripping people in order to climb over them to get the success before they can, when we could all be successful.
Absolutely.
But especially in music, it's hard because it's no longer unique. It's no longer something that we haven't heard before. And especially in today's climate of music, everything sounds the same.
Exactly.
Now, I could be saying that as an old head, or I could be saying that as the truth. Either way, people are not going to like it. People don't like when you say the truth.
Right.
But I don't see a lot of diversity or a lot of like nothing different. This guy sounds like Bill Gates. What's that guy? Bill Gates. It's Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates, yeah.
He sounds like Kevin Gates. And 600 rappers used to sound like Lil Wayne. And so what happens is there's one successful rapper and everybody wants to be
It
like
changed
that
that
rapper.
sound, right?
So now, up until OT, right? Maybe Chingo Bling before him. He came out with cowboy boots and hats. Now every single rapper got cowboy boots and hats because they're thinking that that's the recipe.
Right.
So can you imagine seeing him successful, being chubby, and all of a sudden all these thin rappers are starting to get a gut because they think that's the secret to success.
Right. Exactly.
But it's luck, man. A lot of it has to do with luck, but you just have to work hard. But what I've been noticing lately is now like the vlogs are very important. Like Texas Buzz and all these other little sites, like you pay them like $30-$40 for them to run a story on you, and you've never even done anything, but they make you bigger than what you are. So I think that's very important for you to get with these social media outlets like Food Community and all these, and pay them for promo because they out here making you look like you went platinum. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I see it all the time on Texas Buzz. Rapper Little Chafo drops new hit, and I'm like, who's this Little Chafo? And why are they talking about him?
And now you feel like you're missing out or something.
Yeah,
you know
but I'm like, oh, okay. It's
part of the plan.
It's the apps and things like that. Like these apps, thinking outside of the box, I think also helped R&B FOMOB with his song, with the Texas song.
Right.
The Texas Challenge, I think that was all have to do, if I'm not mistaken, because I could be wrong, but I think it had to do with Texas Buzz pushing and promoting that challenge.
I think it was a little bit of everything, man. Like I know his management, the new team of management he got involved with kind of helped with that as well. So like,
it's hard to pinpoint what it was, but it was a snowball effect. Whoever did it, that shit took off. Everyone started doing it.
Everyone did it. Even rappers that I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, I'm coming out of retirement. I'm like, we're good. We're good.
We're good. You cool.
Yeah, but our R&B folk mob, I blame him for a lot of whack verses that nobody ever needed to hear.
Look, man.
for that
But
challenge.
but look, the crazy part is about that challenge too is a lot of them blamed him because they were like, "Oh, well, you were supposed to come back and get us as well." And it's like, "Well, bro, you jumped on the challenge. That's on you to continue the eyes that are on you now. Even if the
Yeah.
verse was whack, eyes are on you now. You should have went and kept going forward. Don't blame that man because your verse was trash and now nobody's checking for you.
They should have had a worse verse of that.
Oh,
that would have been
shit.
fire. That would have been fire. Who had the worst Texas of verse, fam? Because that's the only reason I was listening. I wanted to see who had the worst one. But yeah, some of them were bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. There's this other podcast guy. I don't know if you know him. And he's always talking about racial stuff. Between,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one talking about that. But I'm like, we have never had a successful Mexican rapper in San Antonio.
Right.
So I'm like, that's the first one. Now, if there was like 15, 20 of them, then you might have a point, right?
Right.
Like, this is the first one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Can we have one? Can we have one before people start hating on him? But yeah, no, man. We're doing his merch too now, man. With R&B Folk Mom. So yeah, shout out to the kid, man. He's a kid. He's literally a kid.
Right. Did you see the picture of him getting his driver's license?
Yeah.
When I saw it was vertical, that's when I flipped out. I was like, "Oh yeah, he's still a kid. He's under 21 with a vertical driver's license," and I'm like, "That's hilarious." So
Yeah, and like OC Chris is a kid.
Yeah.
And
he's going crazy right now too.
it's
That
hard.
merch is hard, by the way.
Oh, appreciate it.
yeah,
shit crazy.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's hard to think like the type of success that they're having at such an early age. I'm
Right.
like, I don't even know how to how to vibe with them because I'm like Theo. You know what I'm saying?
No, we get it.
What do I do? Give you a beer? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah, now we're definitely the creative unks on this side. So yeah, welcome.
it's hard to relate to him. What am I gonna say? Stay out of trouble, kid. You know what I mean? Like,
When he's going crazy in his own city right now, he's the man that like OC Chris. He out of Dallas, right?
He out of Dallas.
So imagine being the man at 17 years old in your city.
I-
What? You can't tell me shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, first you're a kid, so your mind's already like y'all
Right.
can't tell me shit. Now
Now
you
what?
you're the shit. Now
You're
it's like
right.
whoa.
Now what can you really tell me now? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, and I had that song stuck in my head all the time, and I don't listen to hip hop anymore. But that hey, how you doing? I've been just saying it over. I was like, yeah, that's catchy as hell.
Right.
Hey, shout out
so-
Flaws. He sent that shit to us.
Yeah.
And he was caping hard for OC Chris.
He was
bro.
he's
Floss
championing
is the
him.
biggest bopper there is. He has a different favorite rapper every week.
This it's true because he always he'll send me a record from whether it's OT or OC Chris or someone else in the mix, and I'm like, shout out to Flaws. Like really
All I
trying to
get from Flaws is, this is my favorite rapper. Can we get an interview with him? I'm like, fam, every rapper's your favorite rapper, man. Like, shout out to Flaws.
shout out Flaws. That's our
shout out
family,
to BFR
man.
podcast.
BFR as well.
They
you
film
know?
out of La Conecta Media, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that come into effect?
Man, we have been trying to. It's like I'm the man of 1,000 ideas, fam. But I'm not the man that has a lot of time. So we started with Ice and man, what's that other girl's name?
Eliza.
Eliza. So I initially approached Ice because she had come over to do a photo shoot, and I was like, "Hey, I like your vibe. You ever think about doing a podcast? Because we have all the equipment, we just haven't been able to find anybody to come shoot a podcast. I don't want to be on camera." So she talked to Eliza. They came and they did a few episodes, and then they just couldn't get the scheduling together or when they were going to shoot. So then it was just dead in the water, and then they asked me to do an interview with them, the Flaws. And I went and did the interview, and I told them too, I'm like, hey man, I got a space if y'all ever need to go or make shoot content or whatever there. And that's pretty much how it came about. And they've been there ever since.
Yeah. That was just a conversation.
Yeah, just conversation. I was like, cool, this is dope. And we've been able to get great guests and
Yeah.
and yeah, but that's pretty dope. Yeah, I like those guys.
Yeah. Now they put in the work, man. They're funny. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Flaws is different, but he's funny though.
Yeah. And then, I mean, it's cool because the thing I like about BFR is everybody had their character. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own personality. And shout out Rich. He's the silent
shout
one.
out our favorite Rich.
Yeah, our favorite over there is Rich. Just know that. That's our dog, man. But shit, what we doing? We getting into
One last thing, man. You spend as much time as you want on this one here really quick, man, but starting something different. Just wanted to ask, you kind of already touched on this a little bit, but if you had to tell someone something, right, that would make a world of difference, what would that be?
A world of difference. Just do you. Be unapologetic. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. And if you mess up, which you are gonna mess up, it's gonna work itself out. A lot of people stress out on the things that they can't change. So just know whatever's meant to be is going to be. So if you're on this journey, just continue on the journey because you don't know where it's going to end. I tell this to a lot of people. Life's like a bus, like the Via bus. You don't know where that bus final destination is, but if you choose to jump off now, cool. But you don't. That bus has not reached its final destination. And in life, people are going to come on that bus and get off that bus, but that bus still has a final destination. So.
Feel that.
damn.
I like that.
I was gonna let that one breathe for a second.
Yeah, and I fell asleep on a Via bus once. It's a good fucking time,
Really?
bro. I saw shit I never seen before, bro.
You're like,
I saw the size of the city I ain't never seen. I was like
Where am I
12,
at?
13, some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up, like I told you, I grew up poor. I didn't have cars. I would be taking the bus, and my girl, she's been lucky enough to have dream cars and stuff like that, right? And she's bought her little dream cars here and there. And I'm like, you know what my dream car was? Anything that had a motor in it. that's what my dream
car that got
was.
me from point A to point B.
That was it. I didn't want to walk. That was my dream car.
I feel that, man. But I mean, listen, look at you now. You know what I'm saying? I know you still got more work to do, but
Yeah.
shit, man. It seemed like, you know,
Where
where you was at.
No, yeah. It's like I said, you're if you focus on where you're at to where you've been, you're always gonna be further than, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that's why it's always, people always also say this, don't quit because you don't know how close you were to succeeding. So if you quit now, what if I was 2 months away from Uber success? You know what I mean? Like you don't know.
Life-changing,
Yeah, because like I said, failure, there's different type of failure. Success, there's different type of success. Money, there's different type of money. You know what I'm saying? I want that I could sell the company for millions type of money and never have to work again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just go to the casinos all day long. But that's the ultimate goal is creating something of value and then selling it before it loses that value. And walking out on top. It's just like the casino. You want to cash out on you want that big win. You know what I'm saying? You want that big $1 million win in the casino. It's just life, fam. And I love winning, fam. I love winning. I love being able to win. And sometimes I think, man, I have so much to do, or I have so much on my plate. Like even right now, I'm over here arguing over tour stuff with somebody, and I'm like, man, I forgot that I had to go over here. You know what I mean? So, but as stressed as I am, I'm like, wait, this is what you worked for. So before you complain, understand this is exactly what you worked for, and then you forget. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me shut the hell up and get back to work.
Right.
Because it could be worse. I could have nothing. I could be doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing to argue about.
Yeah. So
You're just arguing about, damn, how am I gonna get my next meal? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying. So like every time that you're in a situation, just be blessed that you're in that situation. Even when you're fighting with your girl, because at one point you didn't have a girl.
Right, yeah. That's a fact.
You were stressing by not having a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, just make the most out of life, fam.
Word.
What was that SPM question you're gonna ask me?
Oh no, it was just so the other day I got fucking
Bruh.
bro. I got fucking berated on or whatever the fuck you want to say. But
Shout out to my brother Kai, man.
because I said because they were talking Texas legends and shit, and I was like, bro, how do y'all not bring up SPM? And then he called SPM or he called Dope House the Juggalos of Texas. And then we thought about it, and we're like, damn, that's kind of spot on.
Like the Insane Clown Posse?
Right.
Yeah.
You talk about their cult following.
Just cult following like to this day, but they're weird because you kind of stay away from people who
Yeah.
only listen to SPM type shit.
Well, Man, you gotta separate the artist.
That's what I do.
From the music, like
Yep.
the human being from the music. Because
Right.
I might like you as a rapper, but I might hate you as a human being.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Which is super SPM, right? Like me and Flaws go back and forth, mind you, because Flaws has this, I guess, beef with him. But I'm like that. I'm like, bro, I grew up listening to that. So
Yeah.
that's memories in itself before the fucking human being came out and ended up being
Yeah.
like a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like I'm gonna be honest with you, like R. Kelly could have pissed on 100 girls when that "Step in the Name of Love." Come on, come on,
Who's
fam.
hitting pause?
Like,
I'm not hitting pause. Shit.
you know what I'm saying? Like I get it. I get what he did was wrong, but the "Step in the Name
You ever
of Love."
got
come
a
on.
fight with your girl and then that a woman's fed up? Come on.
Nah, I've not heard that one.
All right, that's a different
But
kind of.
You understand? So I was in Chicago and we went to this club one time.
Yeah.
It was half Mexican and half a black club.
Yeah.
Right. So it was hip hop, corridos. And so, but when "Step in the Name of Love" came on,
Everybody went to the dance floor.
everybody was doing that
two-step?
The two step. Even
Yeah.
the Mexicans. I was like, is this a movie? Not one person was missing the steps.
Yeah.
Fam. Even me, I was like,
You was in the mix, huh?
you know what I mean? So I'm like, that's what I'm saying, man.
Come on.
Or Michael Jackson. For that, yo, Thriller, come on, bro. Like
Yeah.
I get it.
Timeless
you know what I'm
records
saying?
for sure.
Yeah.
I get it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
It's-
that wasn't a question. It was just more of an observation.
yeah, no, SPM has to be in the top 10. If not the top 5, and then for Latinos he has to be in the top 3.
Right.
But yeah, that's regardless of because you just base it on numbers.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Yeah. As far as like you said, impact, especially in the Latino culture, he definitely should be up there. He just wasn't my demographic.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I never listened to his music. Like that wasn't like I told you that I didn't grow up listening to him. I thought he was like my personal opinion. I thought he was whack because of the flow, the word patterns. So I was
Right.
like, man, he don't sound like Biggie. He don't sound like Nas. You don't,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, so to me, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But you can't take away from his impact. You can't take
For
away from
sure.
his hustle.
Right.
Up until OT dethroned him, he was the number one guy, no matter from what part of the country, from LA or wherever. He was the number one guy. And now we have another number one rapper, Mexican rapper, which is OT. But it was like what, 20 years before
Yeah.
we had
Listen,
another champion?
I was gonna say SPM, like, say what you want about him, but the impact he had was that important to where people were still jamming his music to this day. Even some of his artists that are still touring are still shouting out the label, shouting "free him." You know what I'm saying? All that because they know the impact that he has and the fact that the cult following will still come out to see the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, will he ever?
You know, I had beef with his sister, right? There's so many stories.
I beg your
right?
pardon?
There's so many stories, right? So I actually work with his family. I actually work. So sorry if I said Tootie. I didn't mean like whack. It wasn't my thing. But anyway,
You just wanted a cup of tea at the time.
So
for sure.
The reason that I got so many stores in Houston is because his brother Tootie owns Hustletown Distribution. So,
Okay.
So they're in the business of putting CDs in convenience stores. So if you ever walked into a hood store that had CDs that said like SPM and all these other rappers, that was them. So they were phasing out of CDs. Obviously, they needed a new product to push. My homeboy Jose took me over there. He presented La Conecta to them. They thought it was amazing. They wanted to buy in bulk or wholesale, and it was a wrap after that, man. They started pushing units like crazy all through Houston. So that's how we got known in Houston, is through that connection. SPM's brother. And then he was like, hey, why don't we pitch the idea of making an SPM air freshener? I was like, all right, well, I'm down to do the logo, like the Dope House logo. I think that one would be cool. So then he got me in contact with his sister. And everybody told me his sister's a little weird or a little not all there.
Gotcha.
But shout out Sylvia, I got love for you. She picked my brain. I gave her a few ideas, few designs. Okay, cool. We'll come back and we'll figure this out. The next day I get a call from her assistant, but her assistant didn't know that I had already talked to Sylvia. She was like, hey, we're trying to find a company that can make us air fresheners. I was like,
Wow.
I was like, what?
Yo, why do you always get screwed over with
She
your
was
creative
like-
ideas,
she-
bro?
She was like, I was
Yeah,
like,
hold
oh.
them shit.
Yeah,
I
hold them
was like,
shits, man.
well, again, because I had been working with her brother, I didn't
Right.
think nothing of
Right,
it.
right.
And I was like, yeah, oh, really? Cool. Oh, send me the designs. It was my designs.
Right.
I'm like, this mother. So we're going back and forth on the internet like little children. I'm talking shit and everybody's talking shit about her and people are talking shit about me. And then I was like, the Tootie's like, dog, come on, dog, just let it go, dog. Like, I was like, look, Tootie, I'll let it go, wait, just because it's you, fam. But, dog, I was like, I don't want. I really just wanted to start shit. I was like, dog, if I see her over there, fam, like, I want to slap her or something, dog. But obviously, I would never have done that, right?
Sure,
But,
yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of respect for her brother, and to this day, we do business together, and I have a lot of love for his family. So when everything that SPM comes out, I'm always like, because I fuck with the family, and the family ain't got nothing to do with it. So, but. Yeah, we had beef for a little bit there. I even had a conversation with SPM, and this was out the blue. Tootie hits me up and he's like, hey man, I got SPM on the phone, let's talk to you. I'm like, all right. I'm like, when I wanted to be a rapper, where the hell were these phone calls?
Right.
so I'm there, we're talking to SPM and he's like, hey man, like Tootie tells me a lot of good things about you. You have a lot of good ideas and same thing, just trying to pick my brain.
Sure.
And he's like, well, I want to put pulgas in every single city. What do you think about that? And I'm like, for what, fam? Like the way people consume things is different.
Right.
Like the malls in a few years are gonna be dead because he wanted to open up dope house stores in every single mall in Texas and every flea market and stuff. I'm like, truth be told, you just need online presence. You can sell all this stuff online and blah blah blah. And I gave him a lot of chop game with him for a little bit and that was it. But yeah, so but it's crazy. I was like, all the rappers that I know now, why didn't I know when I wanted to be a rapper? And I was like, fuck, I'm too old to rap.
Timing is everything, man.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you never too old. Get your shit off, bro.
I'm gonna make a tío CD para los tíos.
I mean, shit. The way rap is now, I mean, shit. Ghostface just dropped the album. Why not?
And the thing with hip hop is, it doesn't age well. You know what I'm saying?
I think it does if you do it right.
If you do it right.
Name one rapper that's still dropping good music.
Nas.
When's the last album he dropped?
Magic. No, wait.
See?
Was it Magic 2? I think it was Magic 2.
Name 3 songs on that album.
New York.
Nah,
shit.
you just making things up.
No, because there was one with 50 on there. There was one with 50. I can't remember Magic. I can't remember the track.
Well, let me ask you that. But by that definition, do you think hip hop can grow up, or do you got to grow out of hip hop?
No, you grow out of it.
Really?
Because how am I gonna listen to? Like I said, I like the hey, how you doing? Right, that part. Well, how could I can relate to anything that these 17-year-olds or 19-year-olds or 21-year-olds? Now I'm gonna start talking because if I start listening to them, I'm gonna start talking to them. I would start talking like them, right? So I'm gonna start talking about the blicky and the ops and all the young kids' words. You know what I'm saying? My kids are gonna be looking at me like, Dad, are you stupid? Like, stop talking like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I hear my girl try to say like a cool word. I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
So I think just to give you a little pushback on that, I do think.
And the Clips put out a great album too.
Yeah, they did. But I think, and me growing up Mexican, I remember my parents would be like, yeah, right? Yeah, you gotta stop with this shit and yeah, you know, so I think personally, as a Mexican, you're, at least me speaking for myself, you're conditioned to like that literal phrase, put child things away, right? You're conditioned to be that way. You gotta get a job, you gotta get married by the time you're fucking like 17 or some shit like that. But I do think that like hip hop now is starting to grow in a way where like a Nas can drop, and now it's not for the young kids. That new shit, yeah, I'm with you. I can't relate to none of that. I can't relate to none of that shit. Low key, I borderline hate it because it's the most popular shit out, and it gets bundled into like hip hop as a whole, as opposed to it needs to be its own thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which 1,000%.
and now I understand that I was on the wrong side of hip hop. See, I thought the hip hop was good. No, I'm on Dolores Tucker side now. I heard my little girl singing "Ski," all that. I was like,
yeah, but you weren't listening to that.
No, but look.
You can tell by the look in your eyes. Like if you weren't on that shit. We were on some shit too.
but what I'm saying
I'm with
is,
you.
female rap was never popular back then. Now I have a little girl. She's singing the lyrics to "Sexy Red." I want to slap her. I want to ban hip hop.
I want to ban him.
You know, I don't.
Like Dolores talking.
I literally stopped. I looked at her. What the did you just say? And she's singing the lyrics to "Sexy Red." I'm like, turn that shit off.
Yeah.
I can. But now I understand. Oh, okay, cool.
That's funny because I just watched a video yesterday where the mom was playing the daughter Trina's verse on Nan. You remember that song Nan by Trick Daddy?
I think so.
You know Nan?
Yeah.
So Trina's verse was like
Yeah.
out there. You know what I'm saying? And the daughter was like,
Blushing and shit.
she was tripping and she was like, but you're getting mad at me for singing Sexy Red when y'all was singing way worse.
Yeah, I mean, we
Stuff
had.
like-
I know we had worse music, but again, it hits different when it's your children.
It's your
listening
own
to it.
kids. I get it.
Yeah, I was like,
I
I get it. I like bring Dolores Tucker back. Censor hip hop.
Nah, that's wild, man. But I hear what you're saying. But yeah, at the end of the day, I do think that it's more of a like I'm not all the way on the spectrum of a Jay-Z 444 type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that there's grown hip hop, and the young stuff can be the young stuff. But at the end of the day, you know,
Well, see, like the older I get, the more simplistic I want the music I listen to be. So I don't want a super lyrical rapper anymore. I don't want a Nas like baloney gets capers of shit. You know, I'm like, I'm too old to catch up to everything you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Make it simple. Give me a good hook.
Gotcha.
Give you a good hook. Now I want simplistic flows, simplistic raps. But as the older I get, like I tell you, I'm phasing out of hip hop and I'm listening to old school rock and all this other music that I didn't even know I liked. I'm like, whoa, all that music's pretty fire. All the 80s, 70s bands, all this country music, even music from like I said, corridos and all this stuff that I wasn't listening to because I was such a hip hop head. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So I'm starting to become old. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I can't relate to today's hip hop. And I don't know if people talk enough about that. Like you start growing out of hip hop. You start growing out of it's like you start growing out of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? At one point you were like, "Oh, that's real. Don't you ever say that's fake." And you might watch it from time to time now, but you don't have that same love for it.
So it's funny because like at one point, like you said, I grew up with wrestling as a kid, you know, watching from WrestleMania 10 to, you know what I mean? Then I had a moment where I just didn't watch it at all. And I can't hold you. I'm back in it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back in it more than ever.
Cody Rhodes is the reason I'm back in it. The
Oh,
storyline,
yeah.
that storyline, I was like, oh, that's
See,
fire.
and that Skrills, because Skrills was like, I wasn't even into wrestling like that. Like especially since like back then as a kid. But now the storyline, Skrills is back in it.
Yeah,
now.
well, see, my daughter was always into everything that I like. So she's into wrestling. And I took her to WrestleMania when John Cena came out of nowhere. I took her to the last WrestleMania that was in Texas and take her to Royal Rumbles, take her to many events. And now that John Cena is retiring, that's what our bond was between me and her. So I took her to the
last SmackDown when
yeah,
John
to the
Cena,
last SmackDown, the John
Right.
Cena's goodbye, because I'm like, at least I get to take her to this so she could see Cena one last time, right? I didn't know I was going to start getting emotional because I'm like having a good time, but I know that the chapter between me and my daughter is about to close
because of this man.
Yeah, because she's not gonna love wrestling like that no more. She loved it as a
Right.
kid, and then she's growing up. That was her hero. That was her Stone Cold. So I'm over there clapping as John Cena's coming out, and I turn around and she's in tears, and all of a sudden I'm trying to hold it. I'm like. So yeah, I was like, but yeah, I almost lost it, man.
Daddy said.
Right.
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, when I wanted to hit somebody saying John Cena sucks. I'm like, oh, it's like I just lose my shit. But yeah, no, yeah, this was dope. Very, very dope.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So, never mind.
Say it.
I was gonna say, you ain't fucking with the Clips album, bro.
I swear to God, I don't listen to hip hop no more. And the only hip hop I listen to is the old school hip hop, which I found out I was old when I'm working right at a warehouse.
Yeah.
I'm working at a warehouse but before all the La Conecta stuff at the Budweiser factory. And 50 Cent comes on, Dr. Dre comes on, Snoop Dogg comes on, Eminem. And I'm like, yo, what radio station is this, dog? They jamming.
Yeah.
And then for your classical hip hop hits, whoop, 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 I was like, oh, I'm old. So I was listening to hip hop oldies.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I'm old.
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Robbie Rod, 107.5 vibes, bro.
Facts.
Because like, yeah, that's the throwback station now.
Yeah, but-
where you're hearing just a little bit, and I'm like, This was 05. Yeah. And then you realize it's 2025 and you're like,
that's 20 years ago.
That was 20 years ago?
No.
I'm in the throwback station now.
Lil Wayne's considered old school.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne. I was like, okay, yeah, I can't mess with hip hop, dog.
Damn it, man. Yeah, we're them guys now.
Well, Mozzie, hang it up, dog.
Hang it up, man. We the OGs, the unks in this game, bro.
I mean, I think that's why it was dope that we transitioned into like podcasting and stuff, because you're still able to have a voice or give your opinion on the subject, even if you're no longer able to. It's like a fighter or like a NFL player. Now you do commentating,
right?
Because you can't play in the game no more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the way it should be in any sport. See, hip hop is the only place where everybody's Peter Pan. You know what I'm saying? You're not allowed to grow up in hip hop. No, fam. You're gonna grow out of it.
You're gonna grow up, right?
And you can no longer continue to rap about drugs and the struggle and blah blah blah, because at this point it's not realistic. Like Jeezy, okay, come on, dog. You gonna trap or die still?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think as hip hop evolves, I think us as the old head, we need to encourage the generation or the younger generations that at one point you're going to phase out of that, and it's okay to grow up, and then you could still be commentating. You can still do other things. You could be a coach in the game. You know what I'm saying? You could coach these guys into get record deals or whatever, but you might not necessarily be able to rap anymore. And especially if you're still trying to make it like at a certain age, and I'm gonna say like if you're in 40s, I think realistically it's like, hey, come on, like
pivot.
Because you don't see a football player trying to make it at 40 or a boxer trying to make it at 40. But there's a lot of guys out here that are still trying to pop at 40, 45, and I'm like, start looking at commentating.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Shit, you seen the videos of the 37U football leagues?
What's that?
Bruh. It's the funniest thing on the internet right now, dog. These guys are literally in football leagues, and these 37, it's like 37U, but it's like 37 and over.
Oh, okay.
They're playing football. They're in leagues.
But they're having fun, right?
Full pads, like full contact and all that. And of course, I'm looking at the comments section, and they're like, imagine leaving your 9 to 5, going to go play football on your own insurance. You know what I'm saying? And they're getting hit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's crazy. But that's them still chasing a dream. And of course, there's some guys that's like, shit, I could have made the league, but coaches,
like,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I'm like, dog, no, fam.
It's like the big three, right?
Right. Right.
And you know you're past your prime, but you're still trying to have fun.
Still trying to have fun and get the name. Yeah. Oh, you pulling it up, Skrills?
I was trying to, yeah.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, no, go for it, dog. Cause look, we can react to it. Yeah, we can react to it real quick, man. Cause this shit, I'm telling you, when I first saw this on Instagram, I was like, "There's no way these guys is out here,
damn,
grown men,
full pads."
That's what I'm saying.
We just pulled up to our first 37U game. It's the Baltimore Bills versus the DMV Strong, bro. We about to see what they talk about, man.
But I'm sure they're just there having fun. They don't think like they're scouts, and out there scouting them. You know what I mean?
We won't be beat. My mother, you're.
I don't know, bro. The homie had the fucking things around his it's a when you wait, homie, kick that ball.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, fat kickers, I'm all for it, bro. Fucking hey, boom.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is sick.
Bro,
See, this is the thing. This ain't nothing new to us. Because in the Mexican culture, we have the soccer leagues.
Facts,
right, yeah.
This same thing, except it's soccer leagues.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. They have teams, they have jerseys, and every weekend they're out there with their wives and kids as the grown men are playing in the soccer league. So
and I've been to a few of those, bro, and there's fucking fights. There's all kinds of shit.
So we've seen this. It's just what sport you like,
right?
So,
I just can't see football though is insane, bro. At that,
that's true because even soccer, I've seen a few. They fake it most of the time, right? They fucking fall and it's part of the game where they hold their shit.
Right.
Nah, I couldn't do football, bro. Full contact like that.
I'm telling you, I know one clip was a wide receiver. He did a fake and then he wide open. But obviously he didn't see the cornerback coming to hit him. So he doing this. Boom, you hit in the stomach, blindsided. He in there holding. Oh, I'm like, yeah, nah, that hit at 40 is different, dog.
Yeah.
And then you got to get up and go to work the next day.
Go to the call center. That's tough. That's fucking tough, bro.
Yeah, this is fuck. Nah, bro.
Yeah, you know how much pain you have to be to sound hurt?
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Nah, man. Shout out to them because y'all better than me. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, look,
you gotta wake up sore the next morning.
We went to the Houston Texans and they were shooting footage for OT for the commercial they were trying to shoot.
Yeah.
And the whole concept of was him getting ready for the drop. So he had another player hyping him up to do the 40-yard dash or whatever.
Right.
Lifting weights and everything. And I'm like, I don't know how you do it because if you told me to do it right now, I'd tip over.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope.
Nah, that's
So,
crazy.
you ready to go to the next section, bro?
Yeah, man. Whenever you're ready.
All right, man. So, do I have the drop? Let me see. Nope, I do not. Okay. So this section of the show is called What's Really Good, which is the new section of our show with current events and things of that nature that we'd like to discuss. And so real quick, in the city of San Antonio, I don't know if you've been noticing lately, but a lot of bigger names are pulling up to the city.
Tour stops.
Tour stops. Freddie Gibbs is pulling up. You're familiar with Freddie Gibbs, aren't you?
Yeah, the guy got beat up.
Yikes.
Wow.
Yeah, that got jumped by Benny and his crew in Buffalo. Yeah. He's pulling up, I believe it's September 28th. And then before that is Chris Brown on the 27th. And then JID, his album just dropped, and he announced he is stopping in San Antonio as well. So,
For some reason, San Antonio's it right now. I don't know if they're tired of Houston. There's too much crime in Houston, and Dallas is too far,
right.
or we just have better Mexican food.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah, but for some reason, we're becoming a hot spot for media and media content and creators. Wasn't that kid over here?
The AMP,
Yeah.
with Kai and
yeah.
Duke Dennis and Agent and them kids. Yeah.
So out of all the cities you could have gone to, you all came here.
Right.
And I have no idea why we're becoming that. But it's dope. Maybe people are tired of Austin, and whatever the reason,
I'm here for it. Yeah, I'm
I
here
like
for it.
because I think for the longest, also, like I feel is we've been overlooked a lot.
Absolutely.
We have
1,000%.
We have a beautiful culture in San Antonio that's different from Houston. It's different from Dallas. Way different from Austin, and I don't think. The same thing. We weren't getting our respect, and I think it's starting to turn to us. Maybe it's the last unknown city that Texas had that they didn't know that existed.
Right.
I think they thought San Antonio, Alamo, and dirt. Or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's so
Yeah, because I mean, for the longest, we were just known for the Spurs.
yeah,
That's it.
Which is not a bad thing. But
Sure.
we are a beautiful city. Yeah, we're a smaller city, but we're a beautiful city. Beautiful culture, beautiful food, great people, great place to live.
Right.
I wouldn't live anywhere else. I've been all over the country, and I would not choose to live anywhere else. So yeah, I think it's about due that they start skipping us when all the big acts come and they skip us right to Austin or they'll skip right over to Houston, and hopefully more and more acts come this way because we have a big ass stadium called the Alamo Dome.
Alamo Dome.
And so yeah, we need that. The UFC's coming. That's a big event.
Big event.
That's a big event.
Right.
We used to get the big events with boxing, and for some reason it stopped. So yeah, we are, or like the NCAA always comes over here.
Yeah,
And
the
and
tournament.
that's huge. So we need everybody to turn to us, and I love being at a San Antonio brand because now we're at the forefront of the spotlight, and it's really dope because we do have stuff, man. We do have stuff here in San Antonio, and especially like I said, the food is incredible. Nobody could touch our morning tacos.
Talk to him. Talk that shit real quick, bruh. Talk that shit.
And besides California, right? So everybody knows that we have better food than California. But even within Texas, we rank ourselves differently.
Yeah.
So it's San Antonio's way up here. And I love Houston and I love Dallas, but your Mexican food is made by Salvadorians. So
Hey, nah, that's a fact. That whipping is different, bro.
You feel me?
That whipping is different.
I hate to break it to Houston, papusas are not Mexican cuisine. So you know what I'm saying? I love Houston, but we have better food.
Facts.
Even at our gas stations, you know what I'm saying? We have tacos at gas stations.
Yeah.
You cannot get better breakfast than San Antonio.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of your blogs, by the way. No, not blogs, but like the post that you're like, all right, California, you basically saying another reason y'all suck. That's fire.
Well, this is the funny thing. That all came to be because I'm good friends with Lucky from Hoodstocks. He has he has a big podcast.
Shout out
there.
Hoodstocks. Yeah, for sure.
And he came and he shitted on Whataburger, which I was not fond of. And then everybody that comes from California has to make content about how much our food sucks.
Right.
And then I said, nah. I'm not a person to bite my tongue. I could play the same game. Maybe you guys are not used to Texas standing up for themselves, but I'm standing up for all the Texans.
Talk to them.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. We got the best food, dog. We got better food. Why we got better food? Because everybody knows that nobody makes better barbecue than us.
Talk to
now,
them.
when we say you're invited to the carne asada, we're saying you're invited to the cookout.
For sure.
Right? That means we are already known for grilling. Now, if you're invited to a Mexican carne asada, we have different type of meat that we use on that grill that nobody else uses. You can't touch this. You can't touch Mexicans when it comes to the grill.
Yeah.
Like, come on, it's over. And then we got Texas barbecue. Texas barbecue is also on another level.
Right.
Just on those two things alone, we kill it. But yeah, hands down, because we have better cows. We have cattle. That's what we're known for. We're known for cattle. Now, if it came to weed, okay, hands down, they got
They
better
got
weed.
it, sure.
They got it. We'll give you that all day.
Right.
Y'all also have the number one unemployment, and y'all have the most homeless. So y'all are number one in a lot of things. Yeah.
and to kind of add to the food part, if you go on Yelp, I think Yelp did a survey about as far as best foods or best barbecue in the nation. Dog, like 3 Texas cities is in the top 5.
Yeah, you can't touch it.
So, yeah.
with how diverse our food is. And then really quick, because they're always going to talk about fake Tex-Mex, but the fake Tex-Mex was created in California. Did you know Taco Bell's from California?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So every fake food and fake restaurant chain that tries to mimic Taco Bell is because they saw that worked.
Word.
So
you know
all
who's
that-
not fake? Henry Puffy. They're not fake.
Henry Puffy? Well, see, Puffy Tacos, that's a San Antonio thing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
But
what I'm
like
saying.
the crunchy.
Oh, yeah, but it's a different crunchy taco. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like theirs is just like 100% garbage. Like, and that's what I was like. I don't ever want to hear somebody that created Taco Bell tell me about authentic Mexican food. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are already out. It's like if I tell you who's your favorite rapper or who do you think the greatest rapper is, and you say,
Young Thug.
no,
wow.
Young Jock.
Shit.
If you say Young Jock to me, I'm like, fam, we have no business discussing
we
hip-hop.
don't need to talk
You know
anymore.
what I'm saying? So Taco Bell is the Young Jock of Mexican food in California. So so I don't ever want to hear about how bad our food is.
Yeah.
And then like they always come to Whataburger and they'll order like the worst type of burger they could order. They'll just order a plain, no cheese, no nothing on it. Now, I ate Whataburger all my life. I
Yeah.
get the number 2, bacon and cheese. You can't
Okay.
beat it. But then other people have different ones. They have the spicy one, the what's it called?
Like the pepper jack, the pepper Monterey
Patty
jack.
melt.
But again, if you see these California people that come to do reviews, they don't even taste the food. Like they just bite the air and be like, "Oh, it's garbage."
Yeah.
And so yeah, I was in California. Fam. We couldn't find meat to grill. We were at a hotel. I'm like, let's grill. We went. They didn't have nothing to grill. They had burgers and hot dogs, and so. Hands down, we got the food, man. And then not just in Texas, but not just in California, but in all of Texas, San Antonio is number 1.
Right.
So
Come on,
and
man.
we stand by that.
Oh, matter of fact, let me wait on that, and then the more you know, San Antonio, baby.
Yeah, when I go, and then we have a leg of the tour that's going to be over there. That's going to be over there in California, and I'm going to be ripping the crap out of
Listen,
them.
I was gonna say, be sure to vlog the spots you go to,
Oh yeah.
and just do the represent Texas to the fullest. Be like, yeah, nah, this shit.
That's not the way they do it in Texas.
Yeah.
They gonna get a kick out of that. They gonna be like, oh,
can't wait
all
for
right,
that.
all right.
I don't think they ever like California has never heard the saying "when in Rome." You know what I mean? So like, if you're in Texas, do it our way.
Exactly.
When I go to Cali, I'll do it your way.
Right.
But we're in different like we border different regions of Mexico. And I was arguing with one of the women because I troll back. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Like even though I don't have time, I'll find time to troll. So I told this girl wanted to be the most Mexican, and I'm like, look, have you eat horse meat? Have you eat horse tacos? Because that's a delicacy in Mexico. They eat goat, they eat horse, they eat tarantulas, they eat scorpions, grasshoppers. I'm like, so if you ain't eating all that, are you authentic? I'm like, come on. Different regions of Mexico eat different things. You're in the northern region of Mexico or Baja California, they eat different things. And then Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, Reynosa, we eat different stuff. So for them to think that they're more authentic than us is always crazy to me. But I'll continue to make these blogs until somebody shoots me over there.
Shit.
Wow.
Oh, but so back to the tour thing. Is there a person that you would want to see come down to the city that you would be like, you know what, such and such is coming, I'm pulling up?
Man, Eminem. I never got to see him as a kid. You know what I mean? So I would love to see Eminem. I would love to see Jay-Z. There's not really many rappers that I'm still like in awe of because they're most of them passed away.
Sure.
But when I saw Bone Thugs, I was like, whoa, that's Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's like the last like of my childhood, like one of the top groups that I listened to. And every Mexican loves, we love Bone Thugs and Harmony like Los Tigres del Norte. I don't know if you know who Tigres del Norte is.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's
a
harsh.
fact.
Every Mexican has SPM and Bone Thugs and Harmony. And like, we love Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Man, look, as many times people joke around as far as Bone Thugs, Bone Thugs are coming back again to San Antonio. Well, there's a reason why. You know what I mean? They'll pack out whatever venue.
Yeah, the clientele's here, bro.
And I hate to say it, it's going to be 95% Mexicans in that shit, fam. You're going to be hearing this all day in the restroom. But we excited. We excited to see Bone Thugs. fam.
It's my Uncle Charles.
El tío Charles, güey.
Shout out Bone Thugs, man. The legends, for sure, for sure. Scrolls, is there anybody, if they were to come to the city, is there anybody you would want to go see?
Man. Can't really think of anyone off the top of my head, but I mean, I'm excited for Freddie. We're going to Freddie.
Yeah, we'll be at the
Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs show for sure.
But yeah, I can't really think of anybody outside of Bone Thugs, probably. You know what I mean? I wanted to go to that tequila and taco shit, but I don't like being outside in the fucking hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Those festivals, I don't understand the humans that go to that.
And then on top of that, the fact you can't find a grassy bro. You can't fucking find like a grass spot.
Yeah.
To have this shit at. You're gonna be on the flat blacktop.
Right.
It's nuts,
Straight
bro.
concrete.
Right.
And shout out Retirement Park for holding it, but the fact that like it's
There's
in the
a fuck
parking
ton
lot
of grass in the middle,
and
Put
there's
that
no
bitch in the
shade,
middle.
and there's no shade there.
Yeah.
Like if y'all drove past Retama, there's absolutely no shade in
Nothing,
it,
bro.
nothing. And you think I'm gonna stand out there and cook while watching Little John on stage? Like, and I'm a fan of Little John. Like I've seen him before live,
And I
he
heard
puts
that
on
Bone
hella-
Thug. I heard that Bone Thug show was fire too, but I couldn't do it, bro.
Yeah, nah.
I'll try selling merch at one of these festivals, fam. We're almost dying inside. Sometimes they put us in metal containers. I'm
Oh,
like,
shit.
I'm like, you understand? It's hot out here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we've done some festivals, and then, it's not it, fam. It's not it, and everybody's sweating. And by the time the headliner comes out, everybody smells. So outside of porta potties, if you're gonna do festivals, I suggest that they have portable showers because it starts getting musty around 4 or 5.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I'm trying to think. Is there anybody that I want to see? Because I ain't gonna hold you. I've seen a lot.
I'll take it back.
I've been to some concerts in my lifetime.
I'll
seen
take
Jay?
it back. R. Kelly.
Yeah, I've seen Jay.
You seen Jay? I know he came here a long time ago in San Antonio, but I was never able to go see him.
So I know he came. Well, there was a huge gap. So he had came during the Rock the Mic tour, and it was Jay and 50, and then after that, Jay didn't come back until Magna Carta, the Magna Carta tour, and everybody said that show was dope. But I remember him on the the Rock the Mic tour, which that lineup was crazy in itself. It was Fabulous, Sean Paul, Busta Rhymes, 50 Cent, Jay-Z. And this is 50 was Get Rich or Die Trying at peak, you know what I'm saying? And Jay Jay got love, but I don't think he got the love he deserved. Because at this time, I think Blueprint 2 was out. So this is like Excuse Me, Miss, and those songs. But 50, I mean, 50 was hot. Get Rich or Die Trying. So this is like What Up Gangsta, Many Men, Wanksta, all that was going on. But if you ask me, Busta was the best performer.
Out of all of them?
Out of all of them. And then after he got done, him and Spliff was like walking around at the eating area just talking to everybody. And I'm like, oh yeah, nah, Busta is forever, in my eyes, a legend.
Do you think people jam Jay-Z out here in Texas? Because I know I am, because I was influenced by the East Coast.
I personally do,
Yeah.
but a lot of people from the South don't.
Yeah.
I think Houston they do, maybe, but a
I
lot. But
because I was thinking, I'll tell you, when we're talking, like me and my friends are still hip hop heads. We still talk about hip hop.
Yeah.
And we're like, I consider Jay-Z one of the greatest, but I'm like,
absolutely,
but a lot, it depends again based on the region, the United States that you're from.
And people in the South really don't put Jay-Z in that category.
They don't put them in the top 10. Like, especially, ask Houston, like, where Jay-Z is in their top.
Right.
He probably top 50.
It's crazy. And that's crazy to say, but it is what it is.
And that's with Beyonce at his hit.
Right.
That's even
They'll
crazy.
put, they Houston put Beyonce over Jay.
That's a fact. Hey.
Hey, let her take her spot for you, bro.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is that I started noticing that he never had a summer. He never had the era. He never had the Jay-Z era.
So I saw that TikTok too. Someone was like, yo, Jay-Z never had an era. It was always, while he put himself there was Eminem.
Yeah.
There was Nelly.
Yeah.
50. Kanye.
Yeah,
Like,
there was
and I was like, oh, there's an argument to be made here.
I was like, that's facts. 'Cause
Yeah.
he also sold the least. Like, he would always sell 1 mil. Like, at the most, he would sell 1 mil, 2 mil.
And then meanwhile, Nellyville's going diamond.
Yeah. So I was like, why do we have him up there? Is it just charisma, or is it because he got with Beyonce?
I'll be honest. I think it's
He just played his politics right.
he made good music, right? I think he played his politics right, and then I think him showing this is how you move in the hip hop space. We did this, but you can grow up and wear this, and he set trends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was a lot that Jay-Z played into it.
Well, I hated him when I heard 444 because I was like,
Why?
so when I was young, you were telling me big pimpin' spending cheese, and now you're my financial advisor on 444. I was like, yeah, I could have used that advice when.
Yeah, I could have bought a painting and then double, tripled my money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah, when you needed to make some money, you told me to be a dumbass, and now you're trying to tell me to be smart while I'm already incarcerated. Thank you.
when you've been buying Picassos this entire time and Basquiat paintings.
Why did you have to hide being smart? You know what I mean? It's like something with Young Jeezy talking all that trap or die, and he has all his kids in private school.
Yeah.
I'm like, so it wasn't trap or die.
You were trapping, investing your money in liquor and stocks and things of that nature.
Buying property and stuff. Why don't you drop an album talking about that? That was
back then.
Yeah. You know how many you know how many kids would have been entrepreneurs instead of drug dealers? You know what I mean?
Shit. That's a point.
That's a good point.
And speaking of OGs, Ghostface Killah dropped a new album. Did you hear it? Supreme Clientele 2.
Yeah,
Usher, you've been out the roof.
Yeah, you already know how I feel, fam. You talking to Dolores Tucker right now.
but I didn't know, but I mean, Ghostface Killah from Wu-Tang, I know that's our era, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you have probably checked it, but yeah, it's...
Nah, I haven't. Like I'm telling you, I've been checked out on hip-hop for a while. I mean, I listened to Lil Wayne and Eminem dropped a song.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard it.
Probably
it was probably like last week that they dropped a song out of nowhere, and I listened to it. I thought it was fire, but yeah, checking complete albums of hip hop, I don't. Was it fire?
I liked it because I mean it was that sound. He didn't change anything. You know what I mean? It was just him kind of just stepping back in the booth, getting with some producers like, yo, can we recreate this? Like recreate what we did back in the '90s, but for 2025. And I thought it sounded incredible.
I still want to listen to the album that they sold to that guy that was
Martin's
pharmaceuticals.
Yeah,
guy?
the
pharmaceutical guy.
Right.
I bet you there's some fire in there.
It probably was. Skrills, did you hear it?
I heard some records, but I do think what you said. I got instant 90 vibes, but with 2025 clarity, right?
Right.
Like but the record with the it's like the third joint with Conway.
Yes.
incredible record, bro.
And dog hard.
Like, them boys is rapping.
They was rapping. Yeah, sample 420
There you go. Yeah.
with no, I'm lying. That's Curtis May. Curtis May was 4.
Okay.
Curtis May was track 4 with Styles P and Conway.
Styles P was the one that's like, man, and you know I'm a big Locks fan.
Right.
So when I heard them three, it's just like, nah, that was perfect. for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but track 3 was sample 420 with MOP, which that sounded good too. So yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta give it a full run through. I'm on my Mariah the Scientist right now.
Oh, you on your R&B tip?
Did y'all always knew the Locks was gonna beat Dipset on the battles?
I'll be honest, I didn't.
I think Dipset tricked me with their swag.
Yeah.
Because I was like, nah, Dipset all day.
All day.
And then when Jada dropped that freestyle,
The Who Shot You freestyle?
I wanted to cry like when you saw Ali get his ass whipped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's so crazy because I remember I got into it with somebody on Instagram because we had posted a clip and like I said, I walked into it thinking, oh, Dipset got that, but some dude was like, well, yeah, it's because you don't know hip hop, and I'm like, what? Like, how you gonna tell me? Like, I grew up with the Locks and Dipset, like watching them and listening to them as a kid. Like, how you gonna tell me? But I'm thinking it was like New York bias and being in the trenches and Yonkers, I guess, you know, oh no, it's the Locks all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I was wrong. But watching the Locks put belt to ass to the
hurt.
Diplomats, you know what I mean? I was just like, did their music stand the test of time? I don't know. But I just remember at that time the beats and the way Cameron was just floating
they
on
had an
records.
era.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, they got this shit. But then,
Everybody wanted to be Dipset. So I didn't think twice, but I was like, I forgot that Jada alone could have killed all of them.
right.
That's how hard Jada was.
Jada was going
But
crazy.
then that Chic Luch song came out and
Love.
then Styles P.
Styles
I
P.
was like, I forgot how great the Locks are.
The Locks are crazy.
And the same thing happened with Bone Thugs versus 3 6 Mafia. I was laughing at everybody saying that 3 6 was going to win. I was like, 3 6 ain't shit. Like, what? Like, do you know how many hits Bone Thugs have?
Right.
Same thing.
Nah.
I was like, what?
Yo,
I couldn't believe it. It was
Shout out to
shocking.
Versus, man, because it definitely makes you go back and be like, yo, they had some hits. Like, I forgot about that record.
You know who I
forgot about
never
this
gave
record.
credit to until I started working with him? Paul Wall.
Oh, yeah. So, my hot take, Paul Wall never had a whack feature.
And then he had a lot of singles, like
Yeah.
top radio singles. I'm telling you because we're working the merch booth, and then I'm hearing the hits,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I forgot he had this many hits.
Yeah.
I was like, and he's not even playing nothing with Chameleon there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
him
you got
alone.
you got this whole other catalog that you're choosing not to play. One of the greatest moments ever is since I'm a hip hop kid. He's like, shout out to La Conecta, make sure you get my merch booth. And then drop slow. I was like,
man.
I swear to God, every time I'm in the merch booth, it's like a 15-year-old sitting there, dog.
Shout out Paul. Paul, if you happen to see this clip, you're more than welcome to pull up and land on Mozzie's Road. We'd love to talk to you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Daniel cut for us, bro.
Yeah. I vouch.
Yeah, no, because man, like you said, Paul Wall, he got hits, and like you said, that's not even the stuff he has with
No,
Chameleon
but
and stuff
I
like
like
that.
up until that moment where I'm hearing all the songs, I never gave him a place in his in like in the top 10 or the top 15 or nothing. I was like, I just know Paul Wall's Paul Wall.
You're right.
But I was like, no,
It's almost like we take him for granted. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
you
just
take
like-
him for granted.
You're right, because you know we just kind of like, oh, Paul gonna do his thing, but then you go back and hear his record, and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah,
forgot
I
about
can't
that
name
one.
another rapper from Houston, and I'm not talking about the new guys like Travis Scott or Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
From his era that had as many hits as he did.
Mm.
The only other thing I can think of is maybe Lil Flip, but I still think he falls short.
Right.
Because Scarface, but I don't know if he had that many number ones or you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I was like, yeah, Paul Wall should be on everybody's list a little bit higher.
Yeah. For sure. Shout out Paul. Shout out Paul Wall. What else do I have on here? Speaking of rap, well, I guess that's out the question. I was gonna ask you about rap album of the year, but you haven't listened to R&B.
album-
You do R&B?
We could do artist of the year. Like who you think is the artist?
Artist of the year so far?
Go ahead.
I got the Clips, fam.
Well, I heard that there's I heard the reviews. I heard that everybody's raving about how good it is.
Clips album is crazy. Especially the way Malice is, Push's brother, Malice, at 52, the way he's rapping, bruh. he's out rapping a lot of these people out here.
Yeah, well, I mean, the clips were always good. I just don't know why they stopped making music together.
Well, Malice went on this journey because he found God.
Oh, okay.
So he kind of just veered, away from the industry. And then, of course, a lot of the street stuff, the politics and everything, friends is getting locked up and people getting indicted and everything. So he just kind of just laid low. And Push was still doing his thing, you know what I mean, with Kanye and the whole good music stuff. And then Push had a falling out. And then I think they said a year ago they were working on this album. They were like the album was done for like a year.
Yeah.
They went in there for Pharrell and literally just locked in, Virginia stuff. Lock in with the homies from home and we just gonna create.
That's the only album that I've heard great reviews from. But as far as artists, the only thing I could think of is Big X the Plug. Because he's having crazy features. He just showed you a feature with Jelly Roll.
Oh, Jelly Roll and the Shabuzi record too.
That's what I'm saying. I think everything
He's going crazy right now.
Everything that he's doing is right. Management, whoever's managing him is doing a great job getting him to where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Because those country features that he's been doing,
He's been smoking them for sure.
He got a record with I forgot her name, but it's called Hell of a Night or some shit like that with a female country artist, and they're playing that like
nonstop.
They're playing that card of like we're gonna sneak him in to that countryside.
No, but if you listen, his voice is so soothing with country.
Right.
I don't want him to do country. I think as a feature, because something about his voice that goes with country music.
Yeah.
But from the production angle, though, you got like these fucking banjos and guitars and shit, and then out of nowhere, you got 808s.
The 808s and the hi-hats come in.
Is that a new genre, like hip-hop country?
It's almost like they're trying to blur the lines, right? Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, I mean, because you got country purists that are like, that shit out of here, right? But then you also have...
But it sounds good.
It sounds really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I wore cowboy boots for the first time at that Paul Wall show because they're saying that their country attire, what was it thing?
Like the dress code?
Suggested cowboy like cowboyish dress. So I went to go get some boots.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, I don't know nothing about boots. So I'm like, what if I'm wearing the Shaquille O'Neal of boots? So I was real hesitant on which boots to
talking
buy.
about Shaquille from Reebok or Shaquille from Walmart?
From Walmart. You know what I mean? So I was like,
There's a difference.
I'm like, am I buying Shaq boots? You know what I mean? And then I want to show up to this event and everyone's like, oh, look at his boots. You know what I mean? So I was losing my mind for a bit.
You know what? One day, because I'll be honest, I feel like, especially living in Texas, I feel like there's a stigma like every person should have a pair of boots. Or is that just me?
No, I think everybody thinks that everybody in Texas has a pair of boots.
Okay. Because I feel like I've heard that before. Someone was like, well, you live in Texas, everybody should have a pair.
Yeah, they think,
and I'm like,
yeah.
I'll stick to my, Nikes and, Reeboks and stuff like that. I'm a sneaker guy, so.
No, I wore the boots and I've been wearing them. I'm like, all right, not bad, because I'm bad with shoes.
Yeah.
I'll crease them up, get them dirty, and then they'll never look the same.
Are they comfortable?
Not really.
And that's another thing too. I'm at the age where like I'm about comfort, dog. Like I want my
throw
feet
me
all the
the New
time.
Balances, bro.
You feel me?
Boots are the male version of high heels. You know what I'm saying? You put those on and you start feeling like a bad bitch, dog. You know what I'm saying, dog?
I can't get over the little... I can't do that shit.
You put them on and the way you got to take it off, you know what I'm saying? Take them off. It's very feminine, fam. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care how tough of a guy you are. You putting on those shoes, feminine.
Have you helped them?
Nah, she hasn't.
I was gonna say she don't think. Yeah.
And then I refused.
They was like, get him.
I refused.
Pull up, like that.
Yeah.
Fam, the first time wearing them, I was dying. I refused to take them off because I wasn't gonna walk around with like a girl with my shoes in my hand. I was like, hell no.
Yeah, you doing the shame walk, bro?
I'm thugging it out, man.
Yeah, I was gonna look like a thought. Hell no. Let them feet bleed. I'll be all right.
Oh my god!
As soon as I got in the car, I kicked them off.
Fuck all that. Drove home barefooted. Like
I had to look out the window. No one's watching. I took those boots off. Hell no.
That's great. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I appreciate the insight as far as getting boots. I don't think I'm gonna get a pair.
If you don't have to wear them for no reason, then you shouldn't.
Don't.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah. If they tell you it's required, then I guess, man.
Sure.
It's like a tuxedo. It's hard to get into something that I've never been into because, like I told you, I don't know what's a good pair of boots.
For sure.
And then I saw some for $800, and I was like, nah, I ain't getting
Hell
this.
no.
Nah, I'll take the Shacks. I'll take the 169.
You're 169 and then wear it for one night only.
Yeah. I was gonna do something like ghetto. I was gonna take them back after the first one. these didn't fit right.
Couldn't break them in, boss.
Couldn't break them in, man. Yeah, I'm a wide footer. This is kind of narrow. Y'all
Do
might
they
take
return boots?
Hell yeah, it's just like shoes. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Hell yeah.
You still got time then.
I threw the receipt away.
Oh, damn.
That's what I used to do back in my hip hop days, fam, because I didn't have money. So I would go to Burlington, buy a jacket, leave the tags on, return it for the next show.
Nice.
that guy's fly. He be switching every time.
switch
Every time
everything.
we see him perform, he has different
Damn,
clothes.
he never wears a fit twice.
Hell nah.
Take it right back.
Take it right back. This didn't fit. It's either that or stealing the fuck.
That's
it.
hilarious. That's funny. Are we doing the what a time section now?
Yeah, if you want to get to that really quick, and then we can start wrapping it up.
Fuck it. What a time.
Man, what a time.
All right, man. So this is the part of the show where we talk about stuff that was, back in the day, in nostalgia era, where we was like, yo, this was dope, and we kind of miss it, bring it back, maybe not. Choice is yours. The Microsoft Zoom. Do you remember the Microsoft Zoom?
Zoom, no.
The Zoom? Okay. Well, at one point it was a competitor to the iPod. And obviously Apple had the streets on lock with the iPod, and then Microsoft was like, okay, cool. We got something for that. And it was a Zoom. And it was a color screen. Do you remember the iPod at one point? It was kind of just like a dull green screen.
The original Tetris screen?
Exactly. You know what I mean? And then they ended up, making a full color screen, touchpad. Oh, Squirrels got it right there. And so, yeah, I remember when I bought the Zoom, I was blown away. Because like I said, color screen, you're able to have video. You could throw videos on there. How much is that going for?
130. But I'm getting one of these when Trump burns America, because when the internet goes out and all that shit,
That's what you're gonna need to remember.
This is what you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I got this shit on my phone, but this was a time though.
This was a time. I
you
remember.
could load up a gang of shit on here.
Boy, because I remember I was the man. So the one I bought was the 120 gig. You couldn't tell me shit. I had uploaded my entire mixtape catalog and album catalog on there, along with videos as well, music videos. For what reason, I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was a stunt.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I remember those, but back then I still had LimeWire and BearShare. So I was still ripping my CDs on the computer.
Hey, dog, but you only had 800 megabits of space, bro.
So
unless you freaked it though, dog. When they came out with the MP3 car radios, you remember them shits?
Yeah.
You could burn a CD in an MP3 format. That means that it wasn't track 1, 2, 3, 4. It was just a gang of shit on one CD.
Right.
So that 800 megabits, you fit a whole gang of shit on there.
Man, listen.
Yeah, the first time I had a music playing device like that, like an iPod, was the original Xbox. You could burn your
Burn a
CDs
CD onto the Xbox. Yep.
and then you could play that music behind the
While you're playing the game. Yep.
That was the coolest
Yeah.
ever. I'm playing wrestling, listening to my whatever music I want. I even started playing racing games, like just with the music.
Exactly.
I was like, this is the dopest thing ever.
Yeah.
That was my first iPod, was the Xbox.
Man, that's so dope. Because even thinking about that now, because I'm trying to think what game was. Oh yeah, Midnight Club. Even though Midnight Club had a dope soundtrack,
Yeah.
I have my own shit to listen to while I'm racing. And here I am in what cars I racing with? Oh, that's right, the Mitsubishi Lancer, and I think that was 07. It was an 07 Lancer. So it was right when the body style kind of changed a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was whooping people's ass online, and I was playing like
50 Cent.
something from G Unit for sure. For sure, it was something from G Unit.
Yeah, that Xbox, I have a love for it because I also used that as my first recording studio because I had a karaoke game.
Yeah.
You were able to record the song, like your karaoke on it.
Wow.
So I would put instrumental.
And you would just rap to it?
I'll rap it, save it, and then listen to myself. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is pretty dope.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's how I'm telling you. That's how broke I was. That was my original recording studio. And then
Oh shit, you got Pro Tools? Hell no, I use my Xbox.
yeah,
What?
Yeah. That man
That's
Danny,
dope.
that man Danny was getting that lyrical miracle.
You
on,
feel
boy.
me?
Hell yeah, dog. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I would listen to. So my thing was I would listen to Big Pun, and then I would get the instrumental, and I had to sound almost like Pun, or the lyrics had to be just as good as
Pun.
whoever's beat I was grabbing.
Sure.
had to say something similar to these guys, because also for the longest time I thought everybody was freestyling. When they would freestyle, I thought it was actually a freestyle. So I'm like, I'll never have a chance unless my freestyle sounds as good as my written. And then I find out it was like Santa Claus. All these rappers were spitting written,
pre-written shit. Yeah.
I was like, wait, I heard that in the Biggie song, so it wasn't a freestyle. I also believe that Undertaker and Kane were brothers, so yeah.
Listen, you're not alone. I thought so too. Shout
Bro,
out.
that was the time.
Listen, as much as I don't care about the man now, but Vince McMahon was cooking with that storyline, bro. Because I thought he sold me on Undertaker and Kane being brothers for sure.
I'm gonna tell you something. Vince McMahon can do no wrong in my eyes. That's like a father figure growing up.
Yo, I'm telling you, because like Vince McMahon was cooking with them storylines, man.
Yeah.
He really was.
I mean, he got in trouble, but I mean, he paid. So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
He made amends.
So you were a fan of Brock returning?
Yeah, I don't even know what he did that people were. What was they mad at him about?
I think he just got wrapped up in all that shit. But that, I don't know. They did paint him in a pretty bad light because he was, forceful shit. Females and all that.
Oh, he was doing some forceful stuff.
Apparently.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, it's like the Shannon Sharp thing. Like, he really didn't do anything. He was old man being freaky with a young girl.
Yeah.
And it was consensual. You know what I'm saying? He might have wanted to slap her or some physical thing happened or something.
Right.
It's like with Diddy. For the most part, Diddy was just doing weird stuff.
Right.
And maybe he hired a prostitute, a male prostitute, which... I get it, but not the severity of where he's at.
I think
for those charges, because
Sure.
he did beat that girl. So
in 4K.
Yeah, he beat her like she owed him money. So
right, that was bad.
Yeah, that was really bad. But she got $70 million.
Right.
You beat my ass if you give me that much money, fam.
Yo, dang.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. You give me $70 million, fam. You kick me a few times, dog. I don't. Yo, so.
Oh my God.
You know the worst.
No, because the thing is, I'm a visual guy, so I just see you on the floor, just like,
hey, you gonna give me
just in the
$70
fetal
million?
position, like.
It's like some of these boxers that don't want to fight Jake Paul. Yo, you give me $1 million.
I'm sure you'll get in the ring to fight Jake.
I'll take that ass whipping, fam.
Okay, so speaking of that, how you feel about Tank fighting Jake Paul?
I'm a boxing fan, like the purist of the sport. I love boxing.
Yeah.
And I felt that ever since HBO Boxing went off air, boxing died. So, and then kids today, that's the only way that you're going to get them intrigued is some kind of buffoonery like this.
Yeah, some kind of shtick to it.
I think this is just the evolution of boxing, which I hate it.
Yeah.
Because you're too small. That guy's too big. Even if you hit him with all your might, you're probably not going to do nothing to him.
Right.
And then it's an exhibition. So what's the point of it? You know what I mean?
Besides a money grab.
Yeah, so I blame Mayweather and McGregor for starting all this.
Yeah.
But at least at McGregor, we kind of had our hopes that he could have potentially did something.
And he was landing them. I remember he was landing a few where at least I was like, oh shit, like he can really box type shit.
Well,
Right.
being a spectacle, it still looked like he had a puncher's chance.
Right.
With Gervonta Davis, fam, you're too big, he's too small. So
Because what, Javonte's 140?
but he's like 5'1" or 4'11".
And Jake is 6'1", 2 something?
Yeah, so it's gonna be the most boring thing ever.
Yeah.
But again, I guess that's the road that boxing is. And again, I just might be an old head and I hate everything. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, so get off our lawn.
yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. The funny thing is now I appreciate like grass. I'm like, oh, I get it. I'm starting to see it.
Hey, facts, bro. Dog, that's true. Because the other day I got hype about some light bulbs and shit that I found.
Yeah.
It's a different time, bro.
You start getting hyped going to the decor stores.
Yeah.
Like, oh look, they got little football knobs for the
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird, but I think, like I said, that a lot of people don't talk about how nice it is or how cool it is to start transitioning to be an old man.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm telling you, I used to rock Jordans head to toe, like Jordan gear, Jordan everything.
Yeah.
And I was at the mall getting my daughter some shoes. I'm sitting there waiting for her to put her shoes on, and a guy that looks similar to me walks in, head to toe in Jordans, and I said, I'll never wear that shit again, dog. he looked like he had just gotten out of school.
Yeah.
Like, he looked like a 5th grader out of school, and I'm like, I guarantee you, I look just as dumb as him, dog. He had the Jordan shorts, the shirt, the shoes, the matching socks, the matching hat.
Oh my God.
I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, it's time to do a Jay-Z and get the button ups.
And me, I'm definitely a streetwear guy. I'm cool with even just a black t-shirt, jeans, and some comfortable shoes.
So look, let me tell you how
it.
how I can't function in fashion. My homeboy Drody and the Slump Store, they have this 3-6 Mafia inspired shirt with, it's all red, a bunch of screw heads, skulls like that are screw heads,
Right.
and it's a jumbo print from the beginning to end. And I thought it looked cool on Drody, so I put it on. It did not look good. It did not look good on me.
Yeah.
And my friend's laughing at me like, how old do you think you are? 20? and I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, yeah, I look kind of stupid, don't I? So yeah, I took it off.
And it's literally and figuratively the hard look in the mirror where you're like,
no, it's nothing.
yeah, this ain't it. You know?
No, you're the way you look at yourself in the mirror is different to when people start laughing at you.
Oh damn!
Because you're like, oh yeah, I look fly, right? And then they're like, hey, like you're going through a midlife crisis. I was like, oh my god.
Like, all right,
Y'all killed it for me.
Let me go get these boots.
Yeah, let me go get these Shaq boots.
These Shaq boots, $169. Fuck it.
I love Shaq, fam, but he has the worst of everything when it comes to products. He has his own clothing line and like the Fat Store, like in DXL, and it's just the crappiest. Shout out to Shaq though. Shout out to Shaq.
Shaq, please come on the show.
Shaq is just infamous with bad products. Like even his video game sucked. Shaq
No, I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not. I fucked with Shaq Fu, bro.
Steel, that movie Steel, that was bad.
I like Shaq Fu, man. Shout out Shaq Fu. Shout out Shaq Fu. That game was super difficult on Super Nintendo. I swear.
I can't understand Shaq as a commentator. How did he go platinum?
Hey man, like you do, the people in the room, right timing and everything, man.
Was he the original mumble rapper?
All right, I'm not. Shout out Shaq and the Foo Schnickens.
Yo, I love Shaq though.
Again, Shaq, please come on the show, man. Oh man,
he's from
Yeah,
San
Danny
Antonio.
bought your boots, bro. He don't mean that.
yeah, man, he don't mean that.
He's from San Antonio.
He lived here for
He lived here for a little bit.
Yeah, he went to high school here or something.
Cole High School.
Yeah, yeah. So shout out Shaq, the most successful basketball player out of San Antonio, right? Or is that Wemby?
Oh wow.
Or out of San,
Out of
San Antonio for sure. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
words. It's words. He said
He
it
lived
right.
here for a year, so we could claim him.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey man,
Shit, we claim Megan the Fox, so we all right.
Megan the
Megan
Stallion.
the Fox, Megan the Fox, Megan the Stallion.
I was like Megan. Wait, I was like Megan
I was like,
Fox.
who's that?
From here?
Yeah, I just fucking put two people
I was
together, bro.
like, Megan Fox is from
I was like, Megan Fox was from here. Like, oh shit.
I mean,
we talking about it's getting late.
she was born here for a few minutes, and then they took her to Houston.
Yeah, took her to Houston.
She was here 3 minutes, though.
Right.
We can claim her.
That's what
We
they say.
claim her. That's it.
That, you
We
know what I
technically
mean?
could claim Selena because they shot the movie here, right? So
I mean, why not?
yeah.
Why not? Shout out Jennifer Lopez.
And we claim her too.
Do we claim Julia Roberts?
But
Yeah.
is she from here?
No, but she shot Miss Congeniality here.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we claim her.
Yo, shout out to all people that shot
If you
movies
did
out-
anything in San Antonio that made you money, you're technically a San Antonian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Facts.
Unless you're Gino Ortiz, then
All right, man. So yeah, with that being said, Dan, we appreciate you coming on the show, bro. If they want to follow you and get a hold of you, where can they tap in with you at?
La Conecta brand at anything. La Conecta brand at Gmail, Facebook. I think that's it. I think that's our handle for everything. La Conecta brand. You'll see the possum. It's not an armadillo for some reason. We love Texas, but not that much to put our armadillo as our logo. That is the possum. That is our logo. That is who we are. We are the possum. Misunderstood creature that goes out of his way to mind his own business.
That's hard.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
I like that.
Shit, origin story. I like it.
You know what I mean? Skrills, where can they find you at, dog?
La Conecta, bro. I told you we saw some fire shit, bro. I'm gonna get my hands on that Bobby Hill.
Oh, talking about Bobby Hill. Did you see the
bruh.
collab that I have with TB Robbie?
No.
Oh man, I'll show y'all off there. Fam.
I
It's
bet.
fire.
Yeah, and that's where y'all can find me at. I mean, but if y'all can't find me at La Connecta, y'all can find me at Mozzies Road Official on IG, Twitch, everything else, y'all, you know, social media and all that. Yeah, is that everything?
That's it, man.
That's it, man.
Appreciate you again, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through. Long overdue.
We made it.
Hey.
Mozzies World.
Hey, hopefully one of many, man. You're always welcome, bro.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll holla at y'all. Peace.
Maserati.
So focused, I just need some meaning to my name. Plus, I'm cheating with these codes. If you thinking it's a game, that's real talk.